And welcome back to Campaigns of the Plains. This is the season finale of Monster of the Week. So, if you've tuned in from now, this is the final showdown of Season 1 of Monster of the Week. Will our group survive? We'll see. So, we'll start with a little small recap of last episode. So then, the group had been reunited with Henrietta, and had just finished off absorbing the water elemental Elpis, and as well as Dawn's mother, the Elements of Souls Antiope, and it had been found out that it was actually a trick by Iolus, the wind element, and the group had been betrayed and tricked into sealing Antiope into her relic. She then began to chase the group out to the car, but not much further beyond that. Before they had left, though, Dawn had received mental words from Iolus saying, "I'll see you at home." And the group traveled to a nearby CVS to see if they could find some first aid to help heal their wounds. And Gray and Olivia went inside, while Dawn and Danica took care of the now awake Kelly Emerson that they had saved from Elpis. And all she did was kind of cry, and they were trying to console her, so they sent Henrietta in for a stuffed animal to perhaps assuage the situation. And Henrietta used her newfound powers to physically enter the dream realm and walk into the store and surprise Gray and Olivia, as well as to gut and stuff a stuffed animal's innards into her bleeding wounds.
Staunch the bleeding.
Mm-hmm. The horse went inside.
Oh.
I believe was the
It's
term.
a field dressing, damn it.
With polyester. With synthetic fiber.
Yep.
Just stuffing plastic inside.
Everything was synthetic back then.
The shots of it.
But they had gotten a couple of kits and also had definitely freaked the hell out of the only cashier working on Christmas Day. And
Got Care Bear.
Got a Care Bear for the young girl, yep. And tried to find a nearby spot to hole up and to heal, but there really wasn't anything besides Bobby's. So they took a trip down to Bobby's and were met with the, of course, always kind and warm-hearted Bobby Singer. And he allowed them to spend a few hours resting before they had to leave. Without any further leads on the brass vase, they decided to make their way back to the bunker in Keystone, South Dakota. Once they got there, they kind of showed Kelly a good time while also trying to find any information on the vase. And that is when Danica's new band member made his appearance, and he was a big, hulking, strapping lad with what? Donzo. Yep, with a very high voice, but a knack for playing guitar and finding things. So, the group had been told that he was supposed to be on his way to the bunker, but it took a little while longer because he went out of his way to actually find the vase and bring it to you guys. So, vase in tow, you guys, Olivia at least, created or had a duplicate created because she had seen a vision that Ilos was going to destroy the vase. And hoping to avoid that vision, made a duplicate, gave it to Danica to hopefully put her off the trail there. You guys got a good night's rest, got healed up, but like right away in the morning, the alarms started to sound in the bunker, and the only remaining seal pillar for the Titans was under attack, probably by Iolus, and they were attacking the seal, trying to force their way through it. And that last seal was in Lawrence, Kansas. So the group decided to equip up and head down to Lawrence, Kansas in Danica's souped-up car. So that is where we will begin.
And my sword came back.
Your sword did come back.
That's
Yes. But we start off. You guys are on the road, probably about 2 hours away from Lawrence, Kansas, traveling the interstate south, and in Danica's car, which doesn't afford you the comforts of having traveled in a van. There is a lot less space here. Everybody's kind of cramped.
Right.
I'm just riding shotgun.
That's up to you guys.
I guess I can. If you're driving.
My question is the bucket seats or bench?
It's bucket seats up front, I believe, in the car, and then
Three of us would be in front. If it's a bench. If it's a bucket.
Oh, someone can totally sit on that center.
We have learned not to that. We've been in too many car accidents.
Right.
Yeah. No, as soon as Danica gets in the car, she's like, everyone put on.
car isn't
Everyone.
leaving without seatbelts.
Car's not leaving until everyone's strapped in. You too, person in the middle seat.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I don't know. We'll leave it up to you. I think the car itself has buckets, but you can have a bench. Why not? It was your brother's
It
car.
was a custom car, like
It could be,
They
yeah.
It's
just
a fancy
like
custom car.
You want a bench?
Mm-hmm. Probably have. But
It probably did have buckets, but her brother souped
You
it up.
two are tiny. You could sit in the seat together.
That's so sweet to call me tiny.
That's the thing that people did. They just piled into one seat
You probably
together.
sit on my lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buckle in with the same belt.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to
Just
sit
use
next
an airbag.
Nobody wanted to sit next to Gray.
Oh.
So are you both sitting up front then?
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
We'll help
If
navigate.
you guys want to sit next to each other, then Henry or Gray can sit up front.
No, I have to sit up front or else I'll get sick.
We're in charge of the radio.
Yeah.
No. This is my car. I'm in charge of the radio.
You're driving.
She's got the map. I got the radio. You got the wheel.
Yeah.
You guys can be in charge of which one of them cassettes in the glove box go in the radio.
That's right. I'm Don Julie Brown. I will do this. I will open the glove box and just reach in and pull out a cassette and put it in. What do we got?
Def Leppard.
Take it out. Put it in. I pull it out. What do I got?
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, turn it up.
America.
It'd be better if that was the only song that ever played.
It's just stuck in there. Oh god, I had to pick up like that. And slowed it down so it sounded like the devil was singing, so it was really slow. Britney Spears was amazing.
Hey baby, one more time.
I think
That's all I
that
heard.
radio was this fucking possessed.
Oh man. Leave Brittany alone, demon. But anyway, so you guys are about 2 hours out. You guys left pretty early in the morning from, your car is souped up and going much faster.
Yeah, nobody notices us. It's perfect.
It seems like it. Yeah, you do pass a couple of cops and you're going over 120 in the long stretches of the road, so...
Yeah, could we do like a spell to make us look like, not invisible, but like a cloaking spell almost? Could we do that? Is that something we can
You
do?
actually get the feeling that Betty has actually... Or Betty has
Perfect.
actually...
Betty is on it.
Yep. She's actually put some kind of, like, obscuring spell on the vehicle itself because you guys get through South Dakota interstate, which, isn't too hard, but then you start going down into Nebraska, Iowa area, and there should definitely be some highway patrolmen ready to pull you over, but you pass a few cops even, and they just don't look at you.
She did his car some good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Probably not for the best.
That
Oh,
spell
yeah.
makes it really hard to find them parking lot.
No,
How the fuck did we pop?
Yeah, his little jet.
Right? Where is it? Just run into it.
Yeah. Well,
you get the feeling that the spell is only active when Danik actually has the blower open on the engine itself. So
I'm assuming we would stop for a bathroom break and see that it's normal.
If I went to a new state that I haven't been to yet, I would have stopped for a t-shirt.
no, you've been through all these states, especially coming up from home. Yeah, you've visited these. Plus
We
going down to
also
Texas.
probably stopped. I think we did on the way down to Texas.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah.
In every state.
Yep.
I'm sure we did.
Danica, at the end of the last episode, literally pulled out a suitcase full of t-shirts and left
Yes.
it behind,
Mm-hmm.
just so that it could be safe.
Yeah, your t-shirts are all in the bunker.
She's been traveling around by herself for a while. She's got a big collection of t-shirts.
So yeah, you guys are about 2 hours out. If you guys would like to plan, but he did let you know that the source of the seal seemed to be coming from a cemetery named Stull Cemetery.
When I saw the base break, were we in a cemetery? I don't remember.
You were outside definitely, but there was so much fog that you couldn't really tell what was going on besides.
Right. Yeah. Do we know anything about the seal? Like how to prevent it from being broken, or how to stop the ritual? Like, do we know any of that information?
I mean, Dawn's the one who was
Yeah, I feel like I
originally
would
hunting
know.
us.
Yeah. Yep. So you know that at least from the first seal that you guys attempted to try to heal back up, that Dawn is definitely knowledgeable in how to try to seal it back up.
Well, hopefully you're alive when we actually have to seal it.
we're
Assuming
alive after.
right. Do we have any other potential plans? We have the replica, so maybe we should send in like a decoy to try and lure her out. And then them, yes, I forgot they were they. It was they, not she.
Well, we could send in Arthur.
Carry the base.
He can carry a sword. I don't see why he couldn't carry it.
I don't know.
He's a ghost, so that might not work.
You do know that Arthur is a spirit, and you would get that the bond between the sword allows him to physically hold it, but he is a spirit, so any laws of the spiritual realm would affect him as well.
Could we, like, the three of us summon something to, like, carry it in?
I haven't figured out how to make the summons be our friend.
I mean,
We can try to do a grand
We've never
summon
done it without,
together
you know,
Right.
and try to make one that's our friend. That could go very badly for us.
Great. Exactly.
assuming it can be hurt by.
Well, could we just summon a thing that, like a little tiny thing that looked like Olivia with a base?
Yeah. I don't know. It can be
Make a mirage? No, it has to be.
right.
What if
Is like a programmed illusion? Is that a thing we can do? Like
but
we,
the illusion can't carry a base? Oh, but
if we make it look like us and like have the base be like, look, we got a base.
I don't think
Are
that.
you just trying to invent holograms?
Yeah, essentially.
What if we just draw straws and one of us go?
How about just...
I mean, we can draw straws and wait, he can hear us.
Oh, he's in the backseat.
Yeah. He can hear us.
This isn't a limo where you just, like, roll in the partition?
No.
Oh, you're right. We should get a
We should have a limo. Why don't we have a limo? I thought you were rich and wealthy in the 80s. And a rock star. That's like limo.
Okay, well, my daddy had a limo. We rode in it once, remember? But I personally don't have a limo because, well, we're driving.
Oh, yeah, that you...
drive.
Why don't we have a chauffeur?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I have to imagine that Roger, my daddy's driver, would be terrified of all of that we've done.
I don't know.
He might quit. He might honestly quit.
Maybe he's like ancient.
Maybe
probably
he's
ancient, too.
Maybe he's old, like really old.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, once you hire someone you like, you probably just keep them around,
That's
right?
true.
I'm
Do you
sure the
think our
benefits-
maids are really
Definitely.
ancient too? Oh my god! I would never be.
I'll yell back to the backseat. Y'all got any ideas?
I like the draw straws idea.
I
We
do
just
too.
different
I
length
mean,
straws, and
uh,
whoever gets a short straw has to go do the bad thing.
Just throwing this out there. I'm fragile. Unlike some other people who have, are real sturdy. and can take a lot of damage.
You mean Henry?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
it's
do it.
fair if we draw straws. Actually, you all have already pissed off an elemental and had one
Wait, isn't this
Creepy.
yours?
with you, but this one's mine.
True.
'Cause I got the wind. They shake my hand.
It's true.
So
So
you want to go do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
if
Well, that
you're-
was easy.
I
I'm
guess
glad
if
we
you're
took that
volunteering, I mean,
down.
yeah, why not?
maybe we should try and ward her. Like, I know, death ward isn't a thing, but like, is there some sort of like protection spell cast on it?
You could try, but I don't know if it's really smart to send a real person in.
What other options? Do you want to try and summon something? And
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's the right idea, but
we might not be able to control it. It's the only problem. And then we have two enemies.
You know, the best thing to is to do it like all the action movies and kick down the door and be like, surprise, motherfucker! And then just start shooting.
Because we're definitely going to have that as a surprise.
you just make gun in through like the cemetery gates with
Yeah.
your car.
Yeah.
Run over some
Yeah.
headstones.
Yeah, I'll
and
just like,
we'll open the door and
bam!
tuck and roll.
yeah, and then
Just-
Ray will come out with this rocket launcher and shoot her, and then we'll start shooting her with guns, and then one of you can pop in and out of reality. We'll give you the base, and you'll just pop up behind
Wait.
her and just like
Oh,
Why doesn't
suck her
she
in.
just, why does she just pop into the base?
can you take objects with you?
Ash,
I know you tried people.
I can take the objects on that
So yeah,
person
like,
with
so
me.
like, what if we gave her the base and we did a big distraction and she like fucking sneak walked,
But don't you think they can see where you are?
She's
don't
street
know.
walking, so, and then she can pop up behind her and be like surprise, and then suck her into the bottle.
Right.
It's something I guess I haven't tried. Really.
We could give her the fake one.
But no, but I think she's the real
Yes.
one because we can't suck her up in the middle.
No, but send her in with the real fake one,
Mm-hmm.
the faux one,
Mm-hmm.
the five.
To try and pretend to like try and capture her
And
with the
if she
fake one.
can see you,
Yeah.
she'll break that one,
Right.
and then you can sneak up and go, supplies, motherfucker.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I got you too.
Great, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
think,
in
wait,
the back.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, Greg?
Well, the only issue that I seem to have with that is the guns part. Normally I'm into it, but they didn't work out for us the
Right.
last time, and I seem to remember you also mentioning that to me before we left.
Well, yeah, that's right. She did take the bullets and shoot them back at us.
Yeah, so we can't use guns.
Okay, so we will do this my way.
Magic?
No. Swords.
Singing.
Swords, axes,
Melee.
flails.
Melee.
We need some ancient weapons.
Now we just
I'm
got
Wait,
surprised you don't
okay.
say, I'm going to use my axe and
Okay.
pull out your guitar.
Okay,
Oh,
wait, okay.
Because-
Hey, somebody, who's the person
Vibration
with the
music.
atlas? Who's the person?
I got
She's
I need
been
you
outside the
to
music.
look and see if there's like a weaponry place around here. We'll get some bows and arrows.
weapon.
No, bows and arrows, she's just going to shoot us arrows back.
Okay.
No
we-
projectiles.
How are we gonna find an axe?
Guitar Center. We're going to go get music.
You're
And
gonna.
we're going to disrupt her with waves, because she's the wind
Oh my
elemental.
God.
Oh my god.
And you're going to kill her with rock.
Actually, you got a point there.
Really good idea.
I think
Let's
we need.
just turn up the radio
I'm gonna
and kill her
go
with
to an
poison.
audio center.
Like the band.
I
The
think.
band.
Okay.
I think we need
Is there a
explosives.
guitar center? Somebody look.
Is Guitar Center a thing? I don't know.
There's musical stores.
You should admit MapQuest.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a gas station that's kind of by one of the towns. I'm gonna pull off into a gas station.
Sure.
Somebody
we'll
go
see you
inside
guys.
and ask them if they have a music store.
I'll go in and ask. I'll walk in and pretend to like peruse some of the souvenirs, and then like just walk up all nonchalant, like, "Hey, person behind the counter, are there any like guitar stores around? My band is playing in a nearby bar. Obviously 19-year-olds. But my bass broke and I need, so can you help me out? Or
You see this girl behind the counter, and she has like the sides of her head shaved, and she has a mohawk that is
Yes!
purple, dark purple on the top that is going like this, and she has those really thick leather bands with the spikes, and she has, just the dark looking eyeshadow, and she's like, "Bass, nice. And she says she actually like looks around for like to see if anybody's looking, and she reaches under the counter and pulls out a couple of drumsticks and she twirls them in her hand and she like starts like just doing a quick like.
After she wants to drum my band. We need a drummer. We need a drummer.
I do. One moment. I'm gonna have to go grab some money from my car quick.
Yeah, sure.
And I will run out and be like, I just found your band, your guitar,
Okay, but is she okay with ghosts, vampires, and werewolves?
Probably not.
Let's go. See, I'm gonna go with.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I just remembered that my guitar is an electric guitar, so I do have some like
Amps
amps.
that you need to plug in? Or?
Yeah, for it to make it louder for our experiment.
Right.
Yeah.
But just to let you know, she's hot. So just what?
Okay.
Just you know, and I'll
Like, is it like warm in there?
no, just you'll see, and I'll go in and like hide behind you a bit, and be like, just push you forward. You got the money, right?
Why do you need money? Because you were just asking her where.
Shh.
What's up?
Hey.
I heard you know where we might find an audio store.
Yeah, and she gives you the name of just like a locally owned like.
Is there like a car place too where I could get some really good speakers put in the car? I gesture to my car outside.
I don't really know much about that. Sorry.
But she plays those.
You want to do a band?
I'm in between gigs right now, so sure, why not?
Sweet. I write down my address to the the bunker.
Several states away.
Several states away. And I feel like we got a bassist, we got a guitar player. I play the.
She
guitar.
kind of like gives you a look
Yeah,
at the guitar.
Look, he's like a family relation, and Auntie told me to put him in the band, and he just sits in the back and talks to himself.
Right.
He's cute though. And then Olivia here, I push Olivia forward. She's our other bass. She's our other bassist, and
Two basses. Interesting.
yeah, we really like that deep bass in our metal, heavy metal, alt metal.
I can play Smoke in the Water.
With a guitar.
What? I told you the guitar guy just sits in the back.
Yeah.
He's more like the stagehand.
Smoke in the Water is a bass heavy song, right? I think so. Sure.
I don't think it's metal.
It's not hard, but
Kind of fun.
yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for the instructions. If you're interested in looking this up, would you
And your name is
My name's Layla.
Layla.
Just an off question, not related at all. Are you interested in the occult?
She like looks around a little bit, like she's looking for other people, and she like unsnaps her bracelet that she's got on, the spiked leather bracelet, and you see that she actually has like a pentagram tattoo with like a dragon on the outside of it, and she's like, yeah, you could say so. And then she like sees this like middle-aged man coming that's like dressed in like upper management, and she like snaps it back. She's like, anything else I can help you with?
Badass.
Can I try and animate that, like on like just so it starts moving on her arm, just to see what she does?
Oh, that's like very much.
Don't freak her out.
I'm gonna be on some trip, man.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And Angela swore off acid that day.
That's 6 plus 3. That's a 9.
9, so it's got a side effect. What do you
Yeah.
want it to be?
I'll draw attention to myself. Sure, why not?
Oh.
Businessman.
Yeah.
So
I'm a 19-year-old girl.
she like looks at it as like the dragon starts to like move in and out of the pentagram and around, and she's like, and she looks at you,
And I wink at her.
and she's like, I need to lay off the lubes.
I just kind of look at her and I'm like, our phone number's on there too. Hit us up sometime.
And I think that's where you just hear Dawn just
Right.
lays on horn.
We gotta go. But thanks.
Right.
Finger guns.
Finger guns.
Like
But did they
super-
smoke?
Yeah.
She's still kind of taking everything in,
Right.
though, from, like, what's going on.
Just randomly. You look that cold.
How do you feel about demons?
You fan of vampires?
Let's go.
She goes on to write Twilight.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it is. She doesn't join the
Stephanie Meyer.
Yeah, she.
Gross.
So are you a
She seemed cool. I want to be a friend.
friend or you want to be friends? Is it friends like how me and Dawn are friends, or is it friends like how I dream sometimes me and Ray are friends?
Oh.
You heard it here, folks.
I mean, it depends how you think of Dawn. I mean, is she your sister or is she your sister?
I don't
Is she a sister or is she not into missive?
Right.
Dawn's like my friend, like, she's just not going to tell you, girl, not interested in ladies.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
But you are, that's totally cool.
I mean,
I'll go back in and then get that girl's number for you.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll find her. Not a big deal.
What town are we in?
Wichita.
Sure.
We're close then. Wichita.
We'll hit her up after
That's what
we
you
do
did there.
all of our,
They love the
Saving-
occult.
They do.
after we save the world, we'll come and hit her up.
So you guys head over to the music store. It's pretty fairly stocked
It's
for
not
all
gonna
your
do
musical
nearly
needs.
as much damage as just a straight axe would, like chopping. You know where they sell axes? At the Home Depot.
Yeah. Or what? And I point at the guitar that looks like an axe. What about that? Like, is it like
It's definitely stage prop.
right? Yeah. Like it's not meant to be an actual attack weapon, but that's an axe.
Mine's reinforced so that I could potentially harm someone with it, but
I mean,
I don't think that. I'm wondering if anyone's listening to our conversation.
There's some dude playing Stairway to Heaven in the corner, and
Yeah,
somebody's
something
going
like-
over to yell at him.
I mean, we can, make it magical, and then it could be.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We
Okay.
we can make
Who's
it.
paying for this? Or wait, I have an idea.
Okay, cool.
Henry. Okay.
Henry in the
Henry.
car.
Oh my God, Henry,
Henry.
come into the
Fine.
We want that one, and that one.
So you just want me to steal
Yeah, pop in and out. Good.
What are we getting?
from these nice folk?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do we
Stay
get
quiet.
to guitars?
I don't know. What do you want?
I don't have
Fine.
money anymore.
You look inside Henrietta.
Whatever.
You look inside Henrietta. It's definitely a family-owned store. Like, there's an older gentleman that probably has owned the store for, most of his life.
Well, these guitars are expensive, so unless Gray wants to pay for them, I over at Gray won't pay for them. Won't pay for some guitars.
He got fired.
I don't understand why I would be paying for guitars.
But it's for the mission.
Yeah.
We're
For
using
the band. Let us. Ray, it's for the band.
He's a party pooper.
Right.
You've already got
Do we have anything?
Instruments.
Like,
Oh,
any
yeah.
money we could just leave?
I have stuffed animals, but those are worth money.
Oh,
Adults
I
don't
just
care about
take
this.
like my wallet out and I'm like, I don't have it, but this is all my cash.
Steal from Gray. Later, not right now.
Yeah.
I go up and pull all of the cash out of my wallet and then sit it on top of the counter and I'm like, I would like those 4 guitars.
They look at the pile of money that you have on the counter, and they bring down 2 of the 4 that you had requested. Sorry, dear.
Ray,
I don't have any.
you're a lying bitch. It's fine. I have 2 others in the car. I'll take one of them is the action one.
Is that one the purple one?
I need a purple
Yeah, I
one.
want the purple one.
Purple one.
You can have the purple one. You want the X-shaped one?
Of course.
It
Perfect.
just makes me think of the scene for Wayne's World. Where
You guys will have to
No, I-
enchant them with magic so that you can actually use them in combat.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they're going to be?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Henrietta rolls her eyes and walks out.
We're gonna plug them in.
Okay.
We're gonna plug them into my
Oh.
amps, and we're gonna make a lot of noise and like shockwave stuff.
That was my plan.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's
I
my
have a
plan.
couple of amps.
So-
We'll be fine.
I kind of want to look around the car. What else did Biddy do to this thing other than super speed?
You know what we should do? Is
So,
we should set up a place. in the-
You
in the
go back to the trunk.
cemetery.
There's really nothing on the outside that you see. Like, this car doesn't
Back to life.
have, at least here, the
Yeah,
room
that's
for
true, too. That's
like any like mounted guns or anything like the van had.
Right.
But you go to the trunk and you open it up and you're looking around. Roll me an investigate mystery.
Woohoo! Oh, good way to start it.
Double sixes?
Let's see, that's plus sharp, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 13.
Yeah, you immediately notice on like the upper portion of the trunk and underneath all of Danica's crap that's in the back here, and some of yours too. You notice that there are like finger holds where you could like put something small, like if you got a small finger, if you got a pencil or something, you could put it up in there, and you take your pinky finger and you kind of pop it open, and it kind of pops down like this and props itself open, so the trunk is open, and you see a number of weapons. You see silver knives, you see hand hatchets, you also see like salt, you see holy water, you see a number of like machetes. So there is an arsenal in this car. There's also a couple of sawed-off shotguns as well. So
Would a machete be larger than a big knife?
yes.
Are there any hand grenades?
Not here, but you like push this back up as you are in the middle of like a Main Street type-ish area, and you're like, oh, okay.
Never mind.
Yep, and you're holding the hood open, and you kind of lower it a little bit, and you like move all of the stuff to the side, and jam your finger in the lower portion, and you pull it up, and you see like clips of different rounds, mostly for the matching guns up in the larger or in the upper portion, but you also see other things. You see like goofer dust bags, which you've only seen very rarely because they are super rare because you have to get it from a witch doctor.
Right.
You also see goofer dust is basically a protection from hellhounds and other hell entities. So
Yeah.
you also see a bunch of equipment for like investigations, like EMF readers, wooden stakes, anything that you could really, really need. There is also back here a katana that you see, and it's has this little like handwritten note from Biddy attached to it, and it says in case of kitsunes.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. Foxes?
Yeah.
okay.
Fox demons?
Mm-hmm.
Don't use it.
Right. So I just thought of something. If we're doing all melee, we probably should get Wiimote wristband thingies so that stuff doesn't fly out of our hands. If that makes sense?
What's a Wii?
Exactly. No, we should probably get
Leather
straps.
straps.
We get straps for our wrists so that they don't fly. Like, if they do fly out of our hands, they just fly around.
Mine magical, and he walks around on his own.
No, I mean, like, our guitars obviously have straps,
Yeah.
but, like, if we have, like, hand axes or something.
Okay, that's easy. I got some, here. I pull out, like, a fringe leather jacket.
Oh,
That's perfect.
right.
Snip, 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 snip.
Yeah, we'll take a couple fringe. Just take some of the ones from, like, the middle, just try to take them, like, so it's just thin and not missing.
Okay.
Okay, this is a really
We should do it like
good
every other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make wristlets.
And then the rest will just
You do find 2 grenades, but they are. It seems like Biddy had a hard time finding schematics or whatnot for newer style grenades. These are potato mashers, World War II.
Okay.
What
Okay.
are you doing?
Hey, those will still do some damage.
Just
Oh, those are.
just checking out the wares that Biddy left
They're
us.
grenades with like
Oh!
long handles
Oh,
on
those
the end of them.
I
Yeah,
saw-
Were those
I don't think
compartments
that's
there
No.
before?
Projectiles in
Mhm.
Were
general.
those
I don't think
compartments
so,
there before?
you never looked, and no, the compartments in her
with the
trunk.
weapons.
Oh, I think she said I was apartment. They're like, I don't know. This is our first time in Wichita.
Right.
That's cool.
Again, projectiles, not a good idea. They're just going to come back to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. She like.
Which is why, as I'm...
Have you ever seen the Exorcist movie about the projectile vomiting?
Right.
Well, maybe
she
take
is.
them just in cases. She's like summon something.
Not horrible.
Yeah.
But definitely, as I'm making the wristbands for all of our melee weapons, I will take a machete.
Would you like a machete, Mr. Greg? Hand axes? Would you like to throw some hand axes?
Do not throw. No throwing.
Right.
Projectiles are bad.
Would you like to
Chop chop.
chop?
I'm assuming all the melee weapons are just 1 damage, right?
Hmm?
I'm assuming all the melee weapons are just 1 harm.
The machetes are a larger weapon, so they are 2 harm.
Could I? You said there was like a katana.
Mm-hmm.
Could I take the katana and see if I could like light it on fire and
Yeah.
like have a flame blade? I'd
Oh.
like to try that.
Is it gonna be green?
Why?
Green flame?
Green blade.
I don't ever use that spell, girl. Calm down.
D&D spell.
I don't like that spell. I don't use that spell.
I will. How many machetes are there?
There are 2. 2 machetes, 2 hand axes. We'll say there's probably about 4 daggers.
I might
Silver
take-
daggers,
Does
by the
somebody
way.
want?
I might as well.
I will
So
take.
2 machetes there.
And the hand axes do 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take one just in case Arthur's not doing his.
So
How long does the enchant weapon last? Like, could we do it before the combat? Because it doesn't have like a time duration.
yeah, I would say it would be until let's see.
Like, hypothetically, we roll perfectly. I mean, we're both advanced in magic, so I mean, we could.
In my
Have an
brain,
added
when I've
benefit.
enchanted Gray's weapon, I just was like, it'll last combat stuff.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
I think my head is the sound.
Oh, I don't
Like,
get that.
you would like an enchanted weapon, like a real enchanter.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I
It's
thought.
probably
Like,
a little bit above our.
but
I feel like
in the
it's-
supernatural world, in like actual enchanting would be like a big magic,
Right.
like, and would take time. And most
You might get a
cases,
ghost.
magic items are not a good thing.
It's enchanted.
Yeah.
It's enchanted.
Yeah.
Like,
You found
Biddy
it, was that
enchanted,
right?
and that's how I got my ghost. If you ask Biddy nicely, she might call it your sword too.
She's not a ghost. She's
No, but she might summon a ghost for your sword.
okay. So we have our axes. I mean, our our guitars. We have melee weapons, right?
Yeah,
How much
I have
damage?
my Kurdish knife that I will be using. I'm also going to take some of the wooden stakes just in case.
How much damage would
Um,
you say an magically enchanted guitar does?
Probably just one.
Yeah, it's a guitar. It is a bludgeoning weapon, so baseball bats and the bludgeoning weapons do actually they do 2 harm.
The better than our swords.
Guitar does 2 damage. It's
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. I thought they just the machetes just said one.
But enchanting and magically doing something to an item is not like D&D. It is not indestructible.
Right.
You are just making it harder hitting or making it do something extra. It's still a mundane item that you are magicking to do something else. So if you hit somebody with a guitar and it breaks, it will break.
Guitar.
We, our plan is not to
You're gonna be a guitar.
Our plan is not to hit with the guitar. It's to make a distraction and loud noises.
But what if we enchant it and the music itself is
Yeah,
magic?
that's a good idea to make it more reverberations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever we're trying to do. Yeah. Oh,
Because I feel like the sound waves would break her apart.
Yeah.
I don't know how magic works.
I don't know how
Oh, I know how
science
magic works. I don't know how science works.
I don't know how science works.
You went to
I'm
school?
also
I,
taking the
I
grenades.
I went some
again,
days.
I have
Both of
a
them?
fine art degree.
Yeah, right.
And I'm
Oh,
going to stick one in the fake base.
Oh,
I wasn't gonna ask.
Yeah.
without her noticing, or
I thought I had the fake base.
not yet.
I have the real base. I gave her the fake.
Oh, okay.
But I think we're going to give you the fake vase. The
Oh.
vase, I'm talking.
But we still have
Well-
2-hour drive
well,
left,
plenty
y'all.
of
You
time.
have
While
an
they're-
hour drive.
We still have
Well,
one
they're
hour drive.
inside.
Yeah, while they're fighting over all the different weapons, I'll try and sneak it in.
Okay. Let's have you act under pressure.
Okay.
I miss. It's not.
Yeah, same.
I already got
Okay,
my magic weapon.
okay.
It talks to me.
Are you taking
Okay.
the real one or the fake one?
Huh?
You taking the real one or the fake
I'm
one?
not taking it. I'm just placing a grenade inside the fake one.
She is trying to sleight of hand a grenade into the.
I think you should tell us because we might shake it around.
Just flip it around.
Guarantee you that Danica would probably shake it like a maraca through the sound in there. She did it with the nitroglycerin.
It's totally safe.
So you don't pull it.
Act under pressure. That's plus cool.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 9.
All right.
Price to pay.
Yeah.
You
Hard
want a
choice
price
or
to pay, or
Uh,
I'll let you choose. I've got a couple things in mind I could do.
Worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. Ooh.
You better not break my fucking duplicate.
Hard choice.
A hard choice. Yeah, so you get the potato masher grenade like at the base of the vase, and where it opens up there, and you start to like try to shove it down in there, and it's just ever so slightly bigger than the opening.
Been there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you see as Danica is like about to turn around and notice you doing this, and like in your panic you like pop it down in there. But as you do so, you notice that the pin on the grenade has now bent.
Oh, okay.
So your choice is, if you would like to retrieve the vase, you will have to break this vase open.
No, it's okay. I'm okay leaving the explosive device in the vase
Okay.
so long as I know it's there.
Okay. And they don't notice.
Okay.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to do at the music store?
Do we roll for enchanting our weapons?
Are you doing it now? You are in the middle of the street.
Why don't
no.
you girls do it on the way?
Yeah.
We still have an hour.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
do
I think we'd like practice it, like to
Right.
see, like that. I want to be like this, like
Mm-hmm.
because the way I imagine she would like pull the katana out, put her hand over it to see if she could like have strengthen and have like a flame on the blade.
So funny enough, when you pull the blade out from it, you hear like this slight sloshing sound from the scabbard, and the blade itself is wet
Oh,
with a clear liquid.
lick it.
I would
Don't lick it.
I would do that.
could I like I would like waft it? I feel like that's like can I do that and do like an investigation?
Yeah, go ahead and investigate mystery.
Oh, rolling. And one of these dice. That's 6. What's a mystery? That's sharp. I don't think I'm very sharp. So it'd be a 7.
All right. Yeah, it's a whole one. So you
what is it gonna do?
waft this the scent of this liquid towards you, and you get this salty smell. So yeah.
So it's like a salt, like a
Brine.
like a marine blade, like.
I mean, you could do other things to try to investigate it, but like that was the trying to get it. You get like this smell of ocean off it.
No, it said Tsune.
Are they?
How to kill Kitsune?
I don't know.
Does anyone know how to kill Kitsune?
Here, I throw my whole book at you.
I'm not
There
even
is
around.
nothing about Kitsune in here.
The index just skips the letter K.
No, it does not. Then look at it. There's a K right there.
That's in the middle of that word.
Oh.
This is just encyclopedia A through J. You need this. Like there's like 2 or 3 other.
Well, no, because there's a zombie right there. Z for zombies.
Yeah, it literally just goes J, skips K, and goes to L.
Under zombies, it says not real.
wait.
Oh, that says Rob Zombie. My mom really likes Rob Zombie.
You mean the lead singer of White Zombie?
I like to prefer as the older brother of the man that was in Power 5000. It was a band. It was the younger brother. His band wasn't it called Power 5000?
Power Man 5000.
Power Man 5000. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know anything about Kitsune. I mean, I guess while we're on the road, you could always give Ever a call and have him look it up.
I mean, you get that salty, oceany smell, and I'd say, you immediately think it's okay to like taste if you would like. So
I've learned not to lick serrated blade, so I will not lick it. But
yeah, no, you can get some water off of it. Yeah, this is definitely ocean water, and you get the idea, like looking at the scabbard, that it might be blessed.
Oh,
So
don't know what that means, but
Holy
it's
seawater.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Holy
I'm interested.
seawater.
because it'd be salted and it would be holy, so it'd be double whammy.
Double, yeah. I think
That would
that's
be
cool.
really good against
And then-
demons.
you turn around the
like
card on the thing that was from Biddy, and it says salt water blessed by a Shinto priest.
Oh,
There
there's
you go.
read the card.
Well, my mom always said read the card first, but I used to always wrap the gift. You know, it's like hate cards.
RTFC.
Ready for the money? Just give me the money.
Right.
But yeah,
Cool. I'm gonna use that. That's pretty exciting.
Mhm.
So I probably won't, and like it probably wouldn't.
it's up to you.
Enchanting might still be good. It give it extra damage anyway.
Try.
You get an idea though that fire would probably melt any or
Oh,
evaporate
so fine.
any
So
water.
maybe just give it some.
Can you do ice? As I do ice hand.
I don't really-
Ice knife.
Oh yeah, you can do
Please,
that. Yeah.
please stop. The interior of this car is very nice.
I'm doing it to the outside, just like out the
Out
window.
the
Yeah,
window.
the people driving next to us are really confused.
Could I add electricity to it? Because I also do lightning.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I think that would make sense with it, like so it like crackle with energy. That's what we'll be doing.
Okay.
I wrote down flame blade. I have to write. That's the one thing I wrote down. It's gonna say sparky blade.
Sparky blade.
Okay, well, the Weird Sisters have their plan. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, what are you guys doing? You're not bringing anything to this.
Yeah,
place.
you're not bringing anything to this challenge. I'm a little offended.
Well-
Or I'm a little tired because I've been driving since South Dakota.
I offered to drive.
You
It's
was
my car.
You're not old enough to drive now.
You're
Oh yeah.
Your license picture doesn't match your face. They're gonna think
Oh
you have
God, no, it doesn't.
They're gonna think you got a fake ID.
That's
You guys
accurate.
stole your mom's ID.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my wallet?
It's there.
Oh, okay.
Olivia's in the back, like.
You're at the front. You're just like.
Right, I was just stealing her ID. They didn't question it.
Well, I was thinking I would just run distraction. I would carry the vase, the fake one, and lead her in a direction. Why don't you all set up an ambush? I lead you through the ambush so that she gets hit sideways when
Instead
I
of a
run through.
concert area
Yeah.
to do our magical boosted amp. This is sound waves.
Right.
Using sound waves.
As you're driving,
Right.
she's like, yeah, and you're like, please put your hands back on the wheel.
I
She's
just
on the
imagine.
underneath.
I just imagine
You've
Gray
seen
from.
her put her makeup on and drive with her knees before.
Yeah,
Barely
right.
10,
120
My
miles an
mom
hour.
totally used to drive like that. But I just imagine Gray from the back seat
Yeah.
is just like.
So, just to be clear, I'm putting straps on our weapons, the vase as well, and our guitars if we need them.
I feel like we should get one of those baby Bjorns to put the vase in.
Yeah, that's a great
Do we
idea.
have one of those?
We can stop it.
we'll stop at
We
Toys
can
R Us.
stop at Target. We can stop at Kmart.
We can steal from Kmart. They won't be mad.
Yeah, we didn't go
They're
in
gonna go under
Kmart
anyway, it's
and
fine, it's
steal
fine.
one of those baby like.
Fuck corporate America. We're like, fuck corporate.
We're the reason Kmart goes under.
Yeah.
They never recovered from 1985.
We could stop and steal one of those little baby carriers.
Oh my gosh.
Little pram.
You know the ones that you wear like on the front of your chest.
Yeah,
Baby Bjorn.
But on the back. I don't want to do
Oh,
this.
you want a
Yeah.
backpack?
Yeah, I want a back.
We can just put it in the backpack.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
Oh,
put
we'll
it
put it
in
in
a
a
backpack.
We'll
But
use
the
the school
baby
backpack.
ones are reinforced so that if you drop the baby, it doesn't hurt them.
Don't drop this one. It's got.
But my backpack has my snifferdoodle.
Oh yeah, you just put
Snifferdoodle in the vase.
Snifferdoodle.
Yeah, just put Snifferdoodle.
Just put it in the vase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me
There
say-
you go. Not
say
in
the
the
vase.
vase, but just like around
Around
the
it,
vase. Yeah.
Oh, I lost Snifferdoodle. Yeah, that was the one I originally had.
Oh
What's
well,
the
your
new one?
newest one.
I don't.
You
I
didn't-
haven't named the new one yet.
Well, now's a good time.
Snifferdoodle 2.
We're gonna be there in 30 minutes.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
That's the name of my sword.
Okay, Gray, what are you doing? You sound pretty
Electric
useless right
Boogaloo.
now.
Oh, I like that.
Well, considering nothing ever seems to work out for us, I think I'd just play the reactionary role.
I mean, I can make you really fast. If that helps.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It was kind of weird the last time. I'm not sure I want to. Do
Make
that
it really
again.
fast. Make it really fast. That sounds like fun. I can make you really strong.
I mean, I haven't really tested out the rest of my powers. Maybe my Earth would make him really like beefy.
Yeah, don't do any of
I
that.
think you should do all of that.
To
I mean,
me.
I think you should do all. Don't listen to him. You don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know how the Earth one works. I just know how the
Yeah.
fire one works and the ice one. Because I can do ice. And I like spit it. and I'll
You're done, son.
Again, why?
spit out a little fire. But I don't know how Earth works. I don't remember.
What is he?
Well, he made a giant he summoned the Wendigo for one, and then he made like the
Hey, can you summon
hourglass.
Wendigos?
I don't know. Fuck.
Please do
I
not.
don't think I want to.
Henrietta just like, nah, my eyes.
Yeah.
What? How,
What
we
about
all out summon things because that never works out well for
I
us.
assume that would be like an
Says the
AoE
one
heal. I
who
don't
summoned
know.
the
Yeah,
most.
do we know that?
It worked out well for me.
Yeah, she. That might
Can you
be.
try to do that?
I mean,
Yeah, try to make her like rock armor.
I mean, I could hurt you and then try and heal you with it. I guess.
I mean, I can always hurt myself. Yeah.
That's true. Maybe we should test this out. Maybe we should pull over in like a vacant field
Yeah,
and
there's a
test
cornfield
this.
in Kansas, right?
So we'll say that you guys are about 20 minutes out from Lawrence right now.
I'm gonna fucking pull off the side of the road.
Find
into
an empty field
find
or
an
something.
This is
empty field.
gonna be taxing on me, FYI. Like the ice knife thing, I'd make it look like it's just awful, but it's exhausting.
Stop doing it all the time.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Ice knife. Like
Maybe if it's really taxing, you shouldn't be doing it. We're gonna need you for this whole fight.
I know. Yeah, you're being responsible. That's not how I am. We should try to heal.
Yeah,
I
it
saw
sounds
myself as the responsible
You're
type.
definitely the responsible one.
No,
in this
that
group.
wasn't responsible. That was a fear of his own safety because if one person's down, then we're all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just made me sound more responsible saying that. Don't.
I'm gonna try and like.
It's not responsible.
It's like a selfish
It's
responsibility.
Selfish. It's selfish responsibility.
Yeah,
If
it's
one-
still-
each other.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I
it's
can't remember.
You hear.
Yeah.
we all heard. So
Now you're making yourself sound responsible.
I'm gonna try and move the earth like 20 feet away from us, just like.
You're in the middle of a field, so it seems a lot
Support
easier
farmer.
as you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I
There's
just planted all around. There's me crop circles.
and that's
you,
how science was started.
Right.
you dig for this this primal earth energy, and you feel a connection to the earth underneath you, and you're able to like take your hands and kind of roll it along, like, and it does like like a wave in this loose dirt in this field.
Now try to just like encase somebody in it like armor.
Dirt knife.
So like lift up the ground and like make a shield on your. Is that thinking?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna try and lift the dirt. See if I can lift it off the ground and like try and like see if I can move it more than just like a wave. Definitely agree.
You should
Right?
do
Okay.
this to yourself.
Fine, I'll do it to myself.
Yeah, I mean, you managed to put this soft dirt in a layer around
Does
you.
it just like slough it off?
No, it's soft dirt though. You get the feeling like you kind of poke through. It's cold and it's soft. It's field dirt. It's very cold.
And nothing
So-
that's gonna protect you.
Yeah, there's not really in this area not really any stones or anything that you can really see. But yeah, you are manipulating the earth to like adhere to you, but
Can I-
it's just
You
like
just look
soft
dirty.
dirt.
Right. Can I like?
Like pig pen.
Can I try and like change the
Density.
like change the change to be like not as wet or make it be like a
Rock.
rock? Yeah, sure. I don't know. Just
Um,
try and change the dirt anyway.
So
like
you try to kind of change the density of it, and obviously it becomes thinner and a little bit harder. But basically, all you end up doing is squeezing all the water out of the soil, and now you're wet and cold in December in a field in
okay.
Lawrence, Kansas.
I'm gonna immediately just like blow some hot breath like in my general direction and like slough off all of this the stone and mud and shit and just like warm myself up like quick.
Okay.
As like to prevent.
It's not even external. Like you're able to like internalize the fire inside of you, and it just
You should
warms you up
maybe
instantly.
There's water around too because you're very dirty. You should tell that to that girl that we met.
I should have. Damn, I should have. Damn. Well, if we live.
Yeah.
If we live.
So that didn't work. Let's get back in the car and go drive
What?
toward Dad.
1 sec.
So you guys were gonna do enchantments, right? Before
Yeah,
you
now's a good time to do enchantments.
So-
Yeah.
go ahead and roll your use magics for your.
I'm gonna enchant Gray's
Ooh,
weapon.
that's pretty good. I got 13. So
What do you want me
I
to
am advanced. So I don't know if there's an added benefit.
Do you have anything under advance for?
No, it just says
No.
the keeper will offer you some added benefit. That's the only.
Okay. I
Probably
will
gonna
allow
have to
you
do
to
the
pick
machete.
the elements that you are currently in control of.
The opposite of wind is earth, so I'm going to do earth.
Okay.
10
Um.
for me.
So
So
you're
you get a plus enchant weapon.
you're enchanting your guitar, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean,
Oh, I was gonna enchant my guitar too. I enchanted Grace weapon.
Oh.
I would say you guys have an active of one
Yeah.
enchantment right
Yeah,
now.
I enchanted Grace weapon and said I thought that might be helpful.
So would you say it's a rock guitar now?
It is a rock guitar.
Are you enchanting your sword?
I was gonna do my sword. Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 as well, and would be advanced.
Awesome. So that lightning, it when you take it out and you place your hand across it to kind of draw the magic from the base of the sword, these little arcs of lightning kind of crack across it. And it's funny because this sword seems eager
Oh.
to be
My sword.
to be crackling with this energy. And there is this little stamp at the base of the sword.
Okay.
And as it crackles with energy, in like this blue glow, you see that seal like begin to glow as it does. So
I feel like so it's just like crackling on the blade running up and down.
mhm.
I feel like Dawn would probably like kind of swing it a couple times and then see if she could like slash really hard to see if she can like throw the lightning. I'm kind of thinking about like Legend of Zelda when you're full health and you like shoot out like a blade. Is there like a lightning whip? Like
So
you know what I
it's
mean?
it's channeled through like your magic would be like if you were going to shoot your magic, but it is focused through this sword, and it seems as you pointed at like one of the only standing trees in this field, it seems to really crack the tree open like really well.
So
So
there's a little bit of a range if need be.
mhm.
And then she'd probably do like a She-Ra pose or like He-Man pose and like right and then see if it would like lightning strike.
It is really overcast right now, and it does reach up a little bit. There's no lightning bolt that kind of comes down, but it does try to like.
So I have one less power I want to test before we can actually get into combat. Are you guys okay with me hurting you just a little bit? Just like a little slice. Like, I need to hurt at least one other person as I take my big knife and just like slice my arm for 1 damage. Like,
Not it.
I'll do it.
Sure. We can't be lots of I mean,
I will. I'll slice myself.
Okay. Just 1 damage is all I need. I'm gonna try and like focus on the Antiope like warm healing magic and try and like hum like a nice little soothing tone and try and do like a heal and see if it works. See if that because I remember that's how she did it.
Yeah, like when I would feel like, oh, she's always saying me this lullaby and like hum the lullaby to you, and then try to teach that like melody to you.
So you begin to channel this energy from Antiope, but you try to express it outward like the other elementals, but nothing happens. Dawn, as you're admiring your new sword, you feel the presence of Antiope within almost begin to awaken a little bit. And everybody kind of sees Dawn glowing for a second again, just like she did at Bobby's.
Oh, because I still have the pearl or whatever, right?
You still have the amulet.
Yep. So does anything happen when she's glowing, or is she just like He-Man posing and glowing?
Just fucking farmer watching people go.
Need to stop doing that LSD.
Yeah, right. He just cracks open another beer on his porch.
Yeah.
I planted that tree with my grandpa.
My grandpappy.
He's buried beneath it. We animated it. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Dawn, you feel the presence of Antiope near you and around you, and it begins to like build up inside of you. But yeah, you don't feel anything beyond the normal magic of like channeling. Like it takes its toll on you, but like nothing outwardly happens under your control.
Huh. It worked.
Ow.
I assume Dawn would like put away her sword and like still glowing.
Mhm.
Walk over and just touch your arm and to see if like while I'm glowing, if I like do like try not to use the healing magic, but just seeing like if that has any sort of effect. Sure.
As you begin to touch the wound, it does begin to heal over.
Huh, well,
That's simple. I don't know.
I mean,
You should.
You cut yourself as well.
Yes.
I would go over and like when I'm touching you, I would reach out. You're close by.
Yeah.
And assume heal her as well.
So yeah. Yep.
well, at least, you know, I'm not going to be completely exhausted if people need to be healed.
Yeah.
Because I need a nap. Just like,
Oh, we have 20 minutes until
Yeah,
we get
I
to
just need like a power nap.
Like, you have 20 minutes.
Yep.
And I'm going to head back to the car because I'm
I'm gonna
exhausted.
crawl in the back seat.
No, we just stay on the back
Stretch
seat.
out.
Yeah.
Stretch out over Gray and Henrietta.
Or were you guys just? Oh, you came up. Were you just sitting in the car the whole time? No, we were like
No,
out
think-
playing Power Rangers.
Right.
I think he just sits there and looks at us like, why?
Sometimes I feel like Gray just like sits on the like the hood or like the trunk of the car and is just like smoking. And he's like,
Who am I with?
"Who are these?" Like, I used to be an international criminal. Now I'm fucking hanging out with these bitches. Like, I don't even know my name.
Gray.
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 No, it's weird.
So yeah, you guys pile back in the car and get on the road again.
Yeah.
I'm passing the fuck out. Because I need a rest for this.
It's like just me and Dawn in the front seat.
Mhm.
Are you going to be navigator and music?
Yeah, I'm better at both of those, so.
Well, that makes sense. You're older.
So you guys get on the road, and 20 minutes later, you see the city limit sign for Lawrence, Kansas.
I thought I'd be so nervous to come to Kansas.
It's just weird. I've had a Lawrence. I never thought I'd be in a Lawrence.
That nervous laugh, impending doom, but that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little stressed.
As you can see the city of Lawrence here, you see that this large, twisting cloud formation has formed over Lawrence. A fog has descended upon the town, and you can hardly see maybe a half a block in front of you, and it gets thicker as you drive into the town. The town is eerily quiet. There are a number of cars that seem like they were en route to something, like they're in the road, nobody's in them.
Does it look like they just kind of stopped where they were, or like
Stop
they,
and like
the car
got
just kinda
out of the car.
Oh, they okay.
Yeah.
Like just
So, like-
empty doors hanging open.
Doors hanging open, yep.
Okay.
Lights, some
Yes.
cars still running, in fact.
I'm driving. Anyone looking to pass and see what the fuck going on here?
I'm still sleeping. I have
Look into the past.
I never understood that about
observe another
I-
place or time.
I can try to do that.
apocalypse
Is
movies.
that
Like,
money? Is that money?
why would you get out of the fucking car?
If there's a bunch of people in front of you, traffic.
Yeah, all of y'all motherfuckers just start driving quick.
I mean, that's not how traffic works.
Oh. I didn't like New York City.
Can we pull over and like, can I like look and observe and try to see what happens?
Yeah, go ahead and investigate mystery.
Oh, what?
Unless you're using magic
Well,
to...
we-
Yeah,
over.
isn't that one thing?
To observe another place or time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can I do, or do I maybe don't need to pull over for that? I thought maybe I would have like a better.
You wouldn't have to pull over.
I don't. We'll do that.
Somebody else is driving.
That's 9 plus 3, so 12.
Yeah. So this is the first time that you peered into the past. Most of the time Olivia's doing it, so... Instead of, like, what you normally see happen to Olivia, where her eyes kind of roll back into her skull and she seems to just go completely limp, the rest of you see as this light energy starts to form around Dawn, and her eyes begin to kind of glow out the irises. There's a flash of light, Dawn, and you see people's cars like stopped, like traffic stopped, and people are like looking out. There's people standing on like sidewalks and everything. Everybody's like looking to the sky, and you look up from this vision and you see Iolos like in the air, and you see as they are flanked on either side by these ghostly-looking creatures. They are what appear to be women, with these flowing but tattered clothes and these skeletal-like fingers, and their eyes are aglow. And all of a sudden, you begin to hear this high-pitched, like, shrill sound as you look up and you see these creatures that are flanking Iolos with their mouths open, and there is this screaming sound that is almost like forcing you to lose your hold on this vision. And you see these people like get out of their cars, and then on the road that you guys are on, some of them even pull to the side to allow a space in between. And you see the people begin to march towards the cemetery in the distance. And then, like, the sound becomes way too much, and you have to pull back from the image. Like, you come to, and whoever is, like, Danica would actually be in the front seat with you, you actually see as there's a little bit of blood that is trickling down,
Damn, girl!
Dawn's ear.
You listening to your music too loud?
Oh, it was them. I saw them in the sky. They came and they had friends or women with them. They just started screeching.
Like ghosts?
They were ghostly, but they just started screaming. And everyone got out of their cars and looked up and just left. They were like the sirens from the Odyssey, like the Pied Piper leading them away, and it looks like they're going to the cemetery where we are.
Do you think they were actually sirens?
I don't know. I've never seen a siren. But
Like a banshee?
Could be. They just were screaming. I guess sirens are water, so it could be a banshee.
And then all the people followed them?
They, like the Pied Piper, they just got out of their cars and...
So there's a bunch of fucking innocent people in the goddamn cemetery?
Does
I don't know if
this,
they're all innocent.
does this sound
Olivia,
familiar
wake up!
to
Wake
any
up.
creature
Wake up! Take this
I've
book!
encountered
Look
before?
up sirens and banshees!
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Is this sound familiar to any creature I've ever encountered before?
Go ahead and roll me an investigate mystery.
Oofta. That's a whole 6.
That's a whole 6. Yeah, nothing that you've heard of in these parts, at the very
You
least.
just like whip my book back at somebody in the back seat. I'm like, somebody
You hit
look it
Olivia
up.
and she like wakes up from her.
Oh!
Look in this book.
I start paging through it. Do I find anything about sirens or about banshees or anything?
I mean, you do find a page on sirens, and it sounds familiar to what they're explaining to you in your your sleepy haze, but they generally tend to keep closer to water. So then you go on to Banshee. And Susie definitely has some notes on Banshee, but yeah, it sounds pretty darn close.
Okay.
Which is really strange, though, because as you're looking up information on the Banshees, they are from Celtic lore. They generally aren't seen outside of the UK, so...
Does it say anything about... Are they weak to salt? Are they weak to holy water? Does it say any weaknesses in the book? Or is it just telling it, like, their origin and where they're from?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything really about weakness because Susie's never encountered one.
Okay. There's a couple things about sirens and banshees, but it doesn't say anything about weaknesses. I don't know how to kill them.
Yeah, anybody else know anything about them? Right? You've never been to Europe?
The UK, so...
I haven't really done a whole lot of hunting around the world. You know, busy being...
Lost criminal?
Finding relics and whatnot to sell.
Stealing from people?
And a hitman.
Earning money?
Yes, that was also true.
And a hitman. It's not. I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyway, now that
She's got that, like rich kid, like the bad guy kind of vibes.
You do see Susie has left a note that says, if I could get information from the bunker, I may be able to find more.
I was just going there. Do we need to call Evers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a phone, so I don't have to use sprays.
So you don't have a car phone?
There's no car phone in here.
This is probably like a phone.
Well, maybe souped it up.
Out of just pure curiosity, I'll just call out, ready? No.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I don't. She put a lot of things in here. She might have put a little piece of herself in here, so I'm just trying.
I'm sure she put all of her heart in all of her builds. Yes.
Right.
Not what I meant. Anyway,
Do you have your phone? Does it have reception?
Does it have reception here?
Absolutely
There's a
nothing.
payphone. Not
It's hanging from.
I mean, it probably still works though. I'll drive up to it.
Well, who is getting out to check?
I'll go.
All right. So you pick up the hanger. You can obviously hear that it's been off the hook for a while, as it is giving that. Please hang up and try again.
No!
So you hang it up. You pump a couple quarters into it. Not even that. You just kind of put it to your ear to see if
I
there's.
just need a dime or something.
Right.
You put it to your ear to see if there's even a dial tone. There's nothing. It's static.
Soup up the phone?
Just like magic it up.
What the?
I call it magic.
We can't. I mean, unless we try some big magic to try and communicate across miles. I mean, that might be something we can do. I've never done anything like that before. I've only ever been able to read all your minds. You don't know that.
Well, I really don't know how to get in touch with them. Then we might just have to.
Should we turn around and just like head back the way we came and find a phone?
I don't think that we have time for that.
No, I don't think so either.
Gray, as you are the only one outside of the car right now, and closer to the street than the rest of everybody else, you actually hear a number of cars like head down the street. The fog is thick here, so everybody in the car doesn't see this. They might barely hear it, but you're able to catch just a quick glimpse of a limousine and a bunch of other cars heading deep into the town.
That either. I think that might be my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How fast are they going?
Or like just plottering.
They're clipping along at a reasonable pace to cut through the
It's not
fog.
like they're like racing
I
through.
might have
They're just going like
Yeah, about 30.
basically the speed limit.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as this is not going to work, I'm just going to get there, fam.
Yep.
Is there a bug?
I think so.
I'll make my way back to the
It's not our
car.
What?
Okay.
It's getting in. So the phone does not work. Also, I think we have company that isn't who we came here.
Please tell me.
Well, I don't know that a limousine and a few chauffeur cars is usually a good thing.
Your dad's here?
My dad's not the only person who drives a limousine.
That's the only person I know has limousine.
There's lots of people with limousines.
Your dad's also the only person we know with a limousine and is into weird stuff.
It's true.
As you guys are arguing about this, you hear the same sound that you heard when you were in the cul-de-sac and you saw all of the demons like cut the throats of their hosts. You hear that same kind of screeching noise as you look over ahead and you see this black cloud with a red tail like traveling towards the cemetery.
Right.
What does that mean?
I think we better grab more stuff out of the trunk. Is there holy water in the trunk?
Yeah.
We should. I don't know. Last time I prayed to him, he came to say hi. But he also said he doesn't like to fuck with things. He just likes to watch.
You know, this is weird,
He's my uncle, so.
but
Or cousin, you're not really quite.
Fuck, I don't know.
it is
Well, no,
possible
it's
that
my
this is
brother.
actually a
Brother
good
would be
thing, though.
uncle. What?
It is possible this is a good thing.
What's a good thing? A black mass through the sky, my daddy, and then also a elemental who wants to murder us? It doesn't sound. None of that sounds like
No.
a good thing. I mean, my daddy arguably sounds like the best thing out of all of them, simply because he's my daddy.
You suddenly hear this crack and feel the earth shake kind of underneath, and there is
I didn't do that.
stream of whitish energy that floats up towards the sky, and now you see a physical beam just kind of cut through some of the fog and clouds, and the spiraling clouds begin to whip up and start to turn black as night. And you see and feel this this energy start to build in the air as these lightning strikes and this thunder rolls in the clouds.
Alright, I think we
Calm
need
down,
to
Garth
get
Brooks.
going.
I think I agree.
Did anything in the Banshee book say anything about protecting our ears? Like, if we wore earmuffs, would it help?
It definitely said that there were a couple things. So, hearing the banshees cry, like, you can try to use like earplugs and stuff like that, and it might save you for a few seconds, but eventually, like, the constant sound is going to drive you mad. It tells the victims of the banshees, if they are left long enough in the scream of the banshee, they will go mad and try to smash their own skulls open in an attempt to get the sound out of their head.
Okay, I will relay that information. And do you have your earplugs or anything that can save us even?
Did we get tampons from the?
Yes, we
Yes.
did. I grabbed the fucking tampons.
Yeah.
The tampons are coming back to save us.
We just all have just strings hanging out of our ears. The girls, we can at least hide them.
Yeah.
We can put our hair down.
Did-
But Grayson's
okay.
got tampons in his hair.
Gray's like, I'd rather die.
He's like, oh, this is for a heavy flow.
Okay, ladies, I think the tampons one are too big to put.
We can take the fluff out and shove them in.
That's true. We could just take the fluff out and use it as cotton. Yeah, it's all just cotton. It's just 100%
I mean,
cotton. Yeah.
do you not have earplugs for your band stuff?
I probably do.
This is the 80s, we probably don't.
Cotton works, I guess. It's better than nothing.
I mean, we could break into an apartment store.
We don't have time. We don't have time. Let's go.
Macy's.
Right.
Take down all these corporations.
Right.
Alright, so
Drive.
you
Drive.
guys hop in the store, or hop in the car,
Yeah,
and
Henry start pulling apart tampons for the fluff.
okay. And you get on the road, and you you start driving down the road,
What a
and
fucking look.
all of the cars are almost separated and also blocking paths on the road, like it's guiding you towards an area.
Let's go to the opposite direction of the cemetery. We don't want to go there, guys. That's obviously not what we're supposed to do.
How about we go Florida?
That sounds great. We probably won't be able to leave.
Florida sounds worse than a haunted Banshees and a wind demon.
We could go to Disney World.
That's not it.
Florida has annual wind demons. I don't think.
Oh
we
yeah,
wanna go
hurricanes.
there.
Yes.
Mm.
Wind demons.
Right.
It's not the right season for an annual wind demon.
On to the cemetery.
Yes. Cemetery.
What'd you say? I have a tampon in my ear.
What?
What?
All
Hey,
right.
Han.
Oh, hey, hon. Oh, you betcha.
You can ride bikes, ride horses, and fight demons with these tampons.
Was that part of the commercial?
Yeah, you see, like if you were tampons.
Look at it this way. If you get another bloody ear, it's gonna soak it right up for you.
So you guys eventually pull to just outside of the cemetery, and the fog is pretty bad here as well. But you are able to see a line of cars. There is one black limo and probably another 4 black unmarked cars, sedans. And you see now for the first time the wrought iron fences on top of stonework, and Stull Cemetery in wrought iron as well. Are you leaving the car here? It doesn't seem like there's much room for you to get in because these cars are already like...
Yeah, I think we park it here, grab the stuff we need. Make sure to get the demon stuff, y'all. And
Some holy water, some salt.
iron, just in case there are ghosts.
Right. Yeah. Wonder swords have iron, or are they steel?
Steel.
So, yeah. Are we ready?
I'm gonna douse my machete in holy water.
Well, I have the Kurdish blade, so I'm good there.
There is a couple of silver knives if you'd like to take one. I think. Did you already have one?
I already have.
There is a silver knife in the back if you would like to take.
I might as well in case we need.
So you guys arm up and start.
Yes, I got my axe, which also has a little spot where Excalibur is hanging.
So you guys start walking into the cemetery, and you hear further in. You hear talking, but the talking is coming to like yelling almost as the wind is whipping up above you in almost like gale force, so it makes hearing things down here a little bit harder. But you do hear a number of voices and see some lights ahead as well.
I'm gonna whisper to the rest of us, gut down and use the stones for cover. We might as well not tip off our location until we have to. So I'm telling everyone to sneak.
Okay. Are you guys following Henrietta's sneaking command?
She didn't have to tell me.
Okay. So you guys sneak up a little bit closer to the top of this small hill. Well, not quite to the top for you guys, but you hear the speaking coming from in front of you. Danica, you can easily pick your father's voice up even over the gale here, and it seems to be yelling at someone, saying, "Stop this charade. It's growing very old. We only have so much patience."
Can we see who exactly they're talking to? Does it look like they're talking?
I'm talking to somebody, like, his head is, like,
Okay,
pointed upwards.
Where do they go?
that's exactly what I meant. I don't think that they're on the same side.
Well, then why would you attack him? I was confused.
My dad is not the kind of person that attacks physically.
He's the kind of person that hires someone who will attack them.
Yeah, that's right. Never got fired.
I never accepted that contract.
But is your dad alone? Did you hear any other voices?
I mean, there's with him. I just
So then why are his henchmen?
And that's also what I meant about the demons. I'm pretty sure the demons aren't with them either, but I think they were there last time observing things.
I think that here's what I think.
They didn't get in the way.
This
Also, they kind of hired me to deal with the problem.
okay. Well, here's what I think. These elementals are trying to rule the world. Right? The demons probably don't want that.
Yeah, because if the
Dad
Titans
probably don't
do it,
want that
then the
either.
demons have nothing that they can control.
Yeah. So maybe we can the enemy of my enemy and my friend this.
Yeah. She's a better.
Oh yeah, see?
But it was just
John
the two
knows.
of us.
So are we gonna try and befriend your dad? Is that
Well, I could just go up and be like, hey, maybe I'll take that contract. Look, if I'm here anyway, I might as well get paid for it.
They offered you a contract to kill the old man.
Well, I don't really know exactly what he wanted to hire me for, but
What?
I feel like
I thought it was to kill that one chick.
no,
Sahara,
that
maybe?
was not your father.
Dude,
Lotus.
we worked with a lot of people.
I
can't
do.
I can't keep it straight.
Well, that's okay because it's not your business.
Well, yeah.
That
but-
makes sense. And I just stand up and walk out.
Wait, I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna
Walk out
follow
where?
it.
Like to the where they're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally straight up. You guys stay here. I literally straight up go up to Gray and grab his arm and I just go with him.
As you grab Gray's arm, you hear, "No, I don't think I will stop this." And you hear this sudden boom. And you see this free spot open up in the fog and start traveling towards where you can kind of make out the shape of where your father's voice had come from, and it lands and it hits everyone, and you see it form this slight tornado, and you can now see the other forms. There are besides himself, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 other people standing either side of him. And it whips their clothes about and kind of shreds some of their finer clothing. you see the familiar form of Lotus standing next to Danica's father. But you also see a few other figures that you don't recognize. Gray, you see one figure standing on the right-hand side that you had met in the airport.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I thought so.
You play both sides of the field.
This energy, this wind energy, like hits you guys and like slides you back down the hill just a small bit.
Like towards them or away from them?
Away from them, as the energy hits the field. Like, you've seen Iolos like throw some energy at you guys. This is bigger than that. And you see the figures, like, they are bleeding from different parts of their body. Like, a bunch of cuts had gone along on their body.
That's a really bad idea. You know that, right? Okay, let's keep going.
As you get close, you hear your father's voice again say, "Had enough of this." And you see as, like, his shoulders start to crack and his stature begins to get taller and his middle becomes thinner. And you see as he reaches down and picks up what seems to be like a shield and a sword. A very old shield and a sword, and like his muscles begin to bulge in different places, and he grows to be about 7'2", and his form begins to, like, the muscles are like ugly huge. Like, you can see tendons in different places, and the veins are popping out of where there had been, like, clothes and everything. And he is just, like, massive. Never seen your father like this before.
I feel like in, like, a panic, Danica would say something, like, accidentally, like, loudly, like, "Daddy?" Like, in, like, shock, and then go... Before that happens, you also see the others around them begin to change as well. You see as the familiar figure of Lotus begins to, like, slither almost like a snake, and her body begins to get a little bit taller and her legs kind of form together, and she begins to, like, grow scales basically down her body, and her fingers elongate, and her features become snake-like. You see the figure to the right, as she begins to, like, again, crack and contort. And you see now as she begins to take on, like, this stony visage, and she begins to form into this almost statuesque, very tall, very stone-skinned looking individual with these like glowing magma-style cracks along their arms. The person to the far left actually begins to, like, the back begins to crack, and you see these small, well, not small, but they begin small, bird-like wings start to form out the back, and their hands begin to change into talons, and their face begins to become more bird-like. And you see the figure on the far right as he begins to not really change, but you see this red smoke start to kind of billow out of him in places where he has been harmed. And then you, like, say, Squeak a
"Sweet
noise,
daddy,"
and then cover my mouth, like...
And then Gray says, "Not right now."
and you see this figure as he's donned, like, a helmet now, this winged style of knight helmet, and you see him, like, look back, and his eyes are ablaze, like glowing red beneath the shadow of the mask of his helmet, and this is just enough attention for the others to, like, look back as well, and you hear a laugh from the sky above, and you see this wind, just like what had punctured your mother, like, come out of nowhere, and you hear this zip and you see as it takes a chunk, like more than what had been out of your mom, like right out of his shoulder,
Oh,
and then
God.
another
I,
one
like-
hits his knee.
I shriek.
This, very scary situation for
Yeah.
you right now. And the others, look back at you, all of you, and are like, what? But at the same time, there's something way more pressing right now for them. And you see as the two, now that the clouds begin to open up a little bit here, you can see Iolos now floating in the sky. The beam behind her in this behind them, in this old church building that has just been almost decimated. And they, motion either side as these two ghastly figures now come down, and they start to, scream. And you guys have to, cover your ears, even with the cotton inside. But you can hear, this drum shattering, screeching, even though you're not anywhere close to its source. It begins to almost form a migraine in the back of your heads, like a deep, behind the eyeball migraine, and the sound reverberates in your skull and just stays there like a song that you can't get out of your head.
Can I try and enter the dreamscape?
You certainly can.
Okay, I want to enter the dreamscape.
The sound travels with you.
Okay. I don't think I ever tried this. Being this is a land of dreams, I want to try and fly.
Okay. Yeah.
Just lift off the ground. And I want to head towards one of these banshees. Cover my ears as I travel, but I want to zip straight to one, and then pull out my knife. And let's see. Well, in this state, they're probably incorporeal. I'm gonna try and stab it.
Yeah. So you see in this dream state that their attention is turned on the figures below you, which you can now get a good look at as you travel upward and outward, as you all hear that new popping sound of Henrietta just disappearing. And Henrietta, you start to fly up towards these figures, and you have your knife at the ready, and you're going to stab one of these creatures, and they turn towards you and look at you in this dream place.
Oh, shit.
And they are also going to attack you as well. So go ahead and roll your kick-ass.
Yeah.
You need your guitar, right? We're gonna plug it into the amp and see if we can drown them out with our own guitar screeching.
It's Earth. I'm viewing it with Earth.
That'll be an 11.
11 kick-ass.
Mm-hmm.
So are you advanced there?
Not yet.
Okay. So go ahead and choose your extra.
Yeah.
I'll suffer less harm.
Suffer less harm? That is a very good thing. As you drive the Kurdish knife into the creature, your knife, I believe, does a base 2
I hit a
damage.
different frequency, kind of
yes.
makes it go
3
forward.
if it's...
Yeah.
3 for demons,
Yeah.
2 for
I don't know
non-demons.
anything about
They're
it.
weak to silver.
Yeah, the snipe doesn't seem to do anything extra to these creatures. But you see as the creature, looks down at the wound that you are making and then grabs your face and opens their mouth larger than what you have ever seen. And you see this light begin to form in their mouth, and it just hits you with this loud, and since you're in the dream world, you actually split from your physical body for a second as it just shakes you to the very core, this sound, and you suffer 3 points of mental harm.
Okay.
So ignoring any.
Ignores any armor.
Okay.
And you immediately drop to the ground and in this dreamscape, and then you are forced out of it as you cannot hold your forms together.
Okay.
What does your knife do? It's to demons and what else?
It's 3 harm to demons, 2 to non-demons. To non-demons that are weak to silver, 1 harm normally.
And that was what I did. And spirit set. as we're clutching our ears, I think we're gonna try and plug in our guitars.
I'm gonna have you two do that because you have the basses.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna tell them. Okay, so what we're gonna try to do is like cancel out the high pitch with a very deep low pitch to kind of like fuck with the sound waves.
Okay.
Technically, yeah, the wave should like cancel each other, right?
Yeah.
It's
That's
going
what
to
I
take
think.
you a moment or two to hook up the amps that you guys are
And teach them
carrying.
which, like, no, your fingers like this. Like this. Yeah. Whatever.
As that's happening, you guys all of a sudden see Henrietta like pop back into existence on the ground as she's like clawing at her ears and rolling on the ground. The other figures start to launch their attacks at these creatures as well. And there's just this back and forth, and these creatures are both healing about as fast as they're dealing damage to each other, like the physical portions of it. You see these bony like claws from the banshees like scrape across like the scales and the skin of these creatures, and it's not doing much because it's healing almost instantaneously. And vice versa, as claws and teeth are bared against them, as well as rocky fists. But you see that anytime the banshees get a hold of like one of these other creatures, they like grab their skull and then like yell like right into their faces, and it seems to actually like catch these members of what you're assuming is the Order of the Shadow Rose. Like it harms them enough to make them kind of like stumble around a little bit as they're trying to heal back up. And it seems like even though the battle is reaching a pitch, it is starting to get one-sided. Especially as every once in a while, Ilos, who's sitting back there, seems to launch an attack at Danica's father and take another chunk out of him as he's healing, just like getting a sick perversion out of not letting him get up.
Once
Real quick,
Okay.
Gray, you see that the figure that spoke with you in the airport isn't really doing much of anything, and is like giving you a
Like signaling me over to him, or
no, like to
yeah.
kill him.
Okay. Well, I don't. Okay, can we see into the swirly depth?
It's almost like an eye of a storm here,
Yeah.
so anything outside you guys can't see much of.
So so she's on the ground. So if I look up, do I see that the one that Banshee that she fell below? Does it look like it may have actually been damaged, or does it look like it was just like, oh lol, just go away?
I mean, it looks now like it is beginning to heal or restructure itself as it is fighting the other members of the Road Shadow.
Well, I figure I'll take my distraction and. I know they said no projectiles, but I did bring a rocket launcher.
That's fair.
I'll just fire this off at that man.
Okay. This Banshee is currently, I would say, in melee with two of the other members of the Rose. So, yeah. So, what is... Go ahead and roll kick-ass for me, first of all.
I don't know what you put for the...
It was 3 damage, close explosion. Or 3 harm, rather. Close explosion.
It's kick-ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have it.
You know how many that's tough?
He's the cool one.
Yeah, I do. I have 0 tough. So that's only 6.
6.
Yep.
So you...
Well, I didn't mark it, so no one.
Okay. We'll make sure to mark your experience.
Oh, I leveled up!
You aim this right at the Banshee, and the Banshee hears the whistle of the rocket in the air, and you see as it, like, with its bony fingers, it does this thing where it catches and loops it back and throws it right back at you. Anybody standing near Gray,
saying about you guys.
Oh yeah, she's helping
I
us.
came over to help you guys.
I don't know where I fell.
You're way ahead
Okay.
of where Gray is. So,
You're where I was shooting.
Gray, you suffer 3 points of harm as you guys hear this thump, and then like you hear. And you see as this banshee like does this thing where it reaches out and grabs this and like chucks it back at Gray, and you see this.
Didn't we say no
I'll
projectiles?
scream.
No projectiles!
Not the same.
Dude, the one rule.
Don't get him wet. Don't beat him after midnight. No projectile.
Wait, was that a thing yet?
Probably. 84. Yeah.
So yeah. You guys are busy setting up. And you're helping them, I'm assuming, to make it a little bit quicker. So yeah, you guys.
Oh, while I'm helping them though, I will take Arthur and like throw him up in the air and be like, "Oh, you don't need to hear. Go help Daddy."
And he can't-
He's the big one with the helmet and the sword and the shield.
You see as Arthur starts flying towards this image of your father. You see as like the muscles have formed almost an armor around him, and he spots Arthur coming towards him, and he drops his own sword and like grabs Arthur,
Hey, I sent him to help you.
and he looks back at you and is like, in this deep voice from beneath the helmet, says, "It'll help."
Please don't eat him.
You see as the ghostly energy of Arthur begins to like flow through your father now, and he begins to like float up off of the ground now and fly towards Iolos. And you see him now.
You're
Seems
welcome.
like he has this renewed sense of energy, and he is taking these shots from Iolos now and is like actually parrying them to the side with his shield as you hear this tang, and it just like this ringing gong sound as these projectiles are now being bounced off of his shield, and he flies up, and you see now this worried look in Iolos's face for a brief second.
I think you just created next season's BBEG.
You're not getting that sword back.
The sword I'll get back. Arthur, I probably when I said help Daddy, but
Yuki's helping.
he's helping. Did what he said. Good boy.
Distraction.
We're distracted.
So we'll go back to the top of the round, and Henrietta, you're on the ground now. You're back in the physical world, and you're still like you feel the vibrations in your body as they are like you get up and you try to like almost instinctually force your way back into the dream world, and nothing happens.
Okay. What am I gonna do?
You take the fake Christmas and give that back to Dan.
We never talked about whether I got
I
it.
have to imagine that you still have it.
Oh.
Or that you gave it to her?
Did you, because I snuck a grenade in it,
Wait.
and then I left it.
Oh, I think the plan was to give it to you because you were going to be the distraction.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have it.
Okay.
Hey, well, I'm helping
Alright.
you set up.
Yeah, what?
What if you gave the real face to Daddy?
I don't want him to get her power. If anything, I should probably keep it,
Yes, sure.
Alright.
See you later.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't want him to be stronger.
The banshee I tried to hit, is it like coming after me, or?
It's kind of actually fighting with two of the other members of the Rose.
Oh, well, fuck yeah.
It lost interest in him.
It knocked you out and was like, okay.
Okay. I'll take the fake vase, the boom vase.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm running towards the storm.
You're in the eye of the storm right now. Where
Oh, I am?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Everybody is kind of in this eye of the storm and fighting within it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna call up to Iolus and be like, "Hey, Chucklehead, look at what I got."
They're a little more pressed for what's coming at them.
Right.
As Danica's father is now flying in the air up towards them. They glance for just a second down at you, and another little bit of worry comes across their face.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Can I run towards the wall of the storm and like try and like, you know, football vase under one hand, but then spread like arms and legs and try and like wind sail up the wind. I don't know how strong her gale is.
It's
I don't know.
She's trying to fly.
you get to the side of where it is where you guys had come in, and it's not like keeping you guys in at this point. It's just like it's keeping the fog at bay.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
yeah,
I didn't understand the mechanics.
yeah,
All right.
no, it's just basically keeping the fog from entering the eye of the storm at this point.
All right. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm gonna just throw the fake face at Iolus.
Okay, go ahead and roll me some kick-ass.
It's bent, remember?
Yeah, but you can't pull a pin out of it.
No, it
Still
would break
cool.
the vase.
I mean,
Fucking Yola, right?
you don't want to break the vase because then she'll know it's fit.
okay. That's gonna be a 10.
10?
You
Oh,
want to bait
11.
because then
Yeah.
it's slow.
So yeah, you throw the vase up, and the grenade is 2 harm, close, explosion,
Mhm.
loud. And as it is coming up to them, they take their hand and do like this, and you see this blade of wind energy kind of cut the vase in half as it's very close to both them and to Danica's father,
Mhm.
and it explodes as they cut
Did what I wanted.
right across. And it does cause Danica's father some harm.
No, it's not.
And I was some harm. And they like look at you for a second as the smoke kind of clears from them, and they're like, "I'll deal with you in a moment." Mr. Gray, what are you doing?
Trying to remember, there was a special weapon that Demon Fam gave me, wasn't there?
Yes. Yep, it was a
My
dagger.
notes are all fucking gone, so that's cute.
That's yes. It was a dagger that looked more like it had been part of a spear.
Oh, Jesus Christ, really? Okay.
That's how my brain works.
Not what you think it is.
Okay, good. I mean, I've got theories on who these folk are. You know what? I'd like to, could I pass by him on the way to the Rose Folk?
I mean, he's got one that's like near him, helping battle one of the banshees.
I want to try and see if I can manipulate someone on him.
Okay.
So as I'm walking past, I say, I'll tell you what, you keep this situation distracted and I'll handle the rest of the demons.
What situation are you?
I'm pointing to Iolus.
Okay.
Just basically, like, keep this whole issue away from me.
Go ahead and roll your manipulate someone then. Boy. Roll well.
That's a 9.
So they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it.
I pull out the dagger he gave me, and I kind of gesture that I'm heading out towards the others that he asked me to.
In the middle of this combat, he is to the one literally right next to him.
Okay. Oh, you want me to? No?
All right, go ahead and roll me some kick-ass.
Oh, no, we're just right now. Okay.
Come on, 7 or above.
You said this was kick-ass?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have any touch, so it's a 7.
Oh fuck!
Oh no.
Hey guys!
Shit.
Hey guys!
You do have luck points.
Oh, you do have luck.
Learn those luck
Oh, yeah, it's nice to die to burn them.
Yeah.
Burn them to the ground. They reset the season too, right?
You don't know? Probably not.
You know what?
We reset the season 2.
Right?
Yeah.
I might as well.
They recast all these characters.
Burning the luck.
Yeah.
So you still get an experience point, and it counts as a 12.
Sweet.
So yeah, you kick some ass, and you're not. Oh no, are you advanced in kick ass?
No.
Okay. So you take this dagger / spear out of your coat, remembering that it's there, and he's like, and you, while the two of them have the banshee that's like that's fighting them distracted, you go up behind. We'll say it's the bird looking one, and you catch him like right in the kidney. And you hear him like scream this like bird like scream as like this necrotizing like black vein like starts to like engulf it, and it starts to shrivel down, and all of the years that it has lived thus far begin to pull from its face and its body, and it turns into this like first this old as the form molts away, it turns into an actual human, and then into a very old and ancient and frail human, and then eventually this like skeleton of a corpse on the field.
Just turn back. It's a little overdramatic, but okay.
What can I say? It gets the job done. Yeah, you guys do see as Mr. Gray now walks up to the bird person, one of the Rose Shadows that's fighting the Banshee along with another one of the other Rose Shadows, and like sticks them with this like spear, and they just like shrivel.
It's not really the time!
Fucking
Yes.
Gray. Always working 2 jobs at once.
Right.
This is more like 3, but who's counting?
The Banshee looks surprised.
Interesting.
Okay.
One less of you to fight.
Yep, exactly. As it now turns its attention to Crowley, and like this black smoke now like forces it away, and is like, you deal with this, and I'll attempt to deal with that.
Yeah, I'll just continue on.
He starts to walk forward as the Banshee now goes to attack now the other two. So now it is 2-on-2 near you on the other side there. So you guys end up finally getting the amps and the guitars all set up in the middle of the
They're just
field.
setting up a concert.
And like,
How do I do
at
this?
this point, doesn't it?
I think it's a great idea.
Okay,
Let's try it.
I'll tell you which one's note to hit because I now have a bass. So
Is it the brown note? Can I do the brown note?
what?
That's not a...
It's not.
It's a thing.
I just here. This one you get the, and then we're trying to balance out the people who are music people watching us. I don't know
Like a
anything
B
about.
flat or
I don't know
something?
anything about music. I don't know if it's possible.
I imagine that your magical guitars are doing like in Scott Pilgrim, where like
Oh, yeah.
lightning bolts are just
Yeah.
kind of cartoon lightning
Yeah.
bolts
Yeah.
just shooting out.
So I show them how to do it, and then when my dad sucked the life out of my sword, did he drop it on the ground?
No, he's still got a hold of it.
Oh, is he wielding my sword
Mhm.
now? Is it like a little tiny stick sword?
In his hand, basically.
It's like
Yeah.
one of those samurai
It's a short
swords.
sword for him now, and whereas it was a long sword for you, it is a short sword, almost a dagger for him.
Well, I wanted to go help, but he took my sword.
Well, can I play the ground note? Right.
You do what you need to do. Yeah. I hook up my regular, my Fender guitar up to the front. So I'll wait, let's make it sound cool, right? So I play a really sick, high-pitched note.
Do you have to count us in?
What?
Do you have to count us in? Like,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then we all...
Yeah, sure.
I will
With our
say,
magic guitars.
I will say, for the purpose of all this, you're trying to lessen the sounds from the Banshee.
We're using our guitars
as-
as a conduit for big magic.
Big magic. Yep.
Yeah.
We all roll big magic.
Yeah, you should all roll magic roll for me.
The weird sisters are at it again.
Yep.
Right?
Oh no!
I got 13.
Oh.
I rolled an
12,
I got
12.
8, but I'm going to force a success.
Luck it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
I rolled a 14.
14.
That's good. Nice. 12 and 14.
Awesome.
And I am actually
12, technically.
I am proficient in use magic.
You're advanced?
I'm advanced
Yep.
in use magic.
I think we all are.
Not for big magic. You guys
Yeah.
are all striving for the same goal. So
Okay.
you eventually reach said goal.
We're just put on a rock concert in the middle of this battle.
Mm-hmm.
That's so 80s.
So,
Yeah.
Is there pyrotechnics?
Yeah, your guitar's sparking electricity. You've got like the ground is shaking for us. And
well, your two's guitars aren't technically enchanted with anything, but they are producing a magical sound as part of the big magic.
Mhm.
Basically, Olivia is standing in the center, and with the earth enchantment that she had put on the guitar, you see now as within the eye of the storm, you see these 4 pillars like start to rise up out of the earth there. Huh?
Please.
Just we'll say they look like
just a
speaker
fucking
towers.
PA
Yep, yep.
I love that.
So, and you see now as the sound starts to like echo between these 2 towers, and now within the towers, it doesn't seem as though the effects of the Banshee's scream are as terrible. It is still going to hurt, but it isn't quite as bad.
So are we? You're definitely calling this episode "Battle of the Banshees," right?
Yeah.
I like it.
There it is. So Henrietta, you now feel a different vibration as it is canceling out the vibration that was left within inside you, and you kind of feel a little bit like revitalized again, like maybe I can make the jump again.
All right.
So
Keep it up, girls.
You should take the real base this time and try to suck her up in it. Sneak up behind her while she's distracted by that.
Why not?
Right.
From very
sneak up the side behind her in the air.
Sneak up behind her in the air while she's fighting with Daddy.
Well, if she's in the dreamscape, she can fly.
Yeah.
She's not anywhere near me.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do.
Well, it is the other creature's turn right now.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Since we went through
Sorry,
you guys
you were
here.
talking to me, and then I was.
Oh, I was just letting you know you're
You
feeling.
gave me attention.
Sorry. You remember that little bit of affection and attention that you gave me? You were fucked up. But yeah, you feel it starting to like cancel out the bad. We'll call it bad vibration. You got some good vibrations, you know. Yep. So you start to feel that start to cancel out, but the creatures are now 2 on 2 on the remaining members of the Rose Shadow, which also include Lotus as well. It seems like Lotus is definitely out of her game. Like you see, since you're the closest, that her scales are starting to chip away, and she's not healing quite as fast as the stone one near you, and they're not healing at all. Eventually, after a little bit, and she turns to you and smiles for a second, Henrietta, and she gets in close enough to wrap around one of these banshees, and you see as her mouth like unhinges now, and she like bites into the creature, and the creature like shrieks, and like eventually you see as the creature like reaches back and like right into Lotus's eyes, like puts the claws and like throws her down on the ground.
Oh.
And she's not dead, but she is like writhing on the ground. And then the other one seems to be getting beaten down as well, as now the earth is being chipped off faster than this magma that is like underneath the skin can replace it as well. So they are definitely getting their asses handed to them. But then we cut up to Iolus and Danica's father
And Daddy.
and Daddy. and they are
Greg thinks he's daddy.
battling within the air as as some of you know him as the name Christian. The other ones know him as Hugh.
Man.
His name is Hugh and or Christian.
Yep, you guys had pulled up information on him. His original name is Christian Rosenkreutz.
I know.
But Danica knows him as Hugh.
No, she knows him as daddy.
As daddy, yeah. You see as they are he is taking chops at her, but she is meeting him almost blow for blow with these wind blades. And eventually she smiles for a second as she looks down at the ground. And you see and hear, Danica, as someone says, "Get down." And you hear another thump. And
No project.
Was it your mother?
Yeah, that was definitely Mama.
And it's a little too late for her to force it away, so she just kind of cuts it open and it explodes near them as well, but it definitely hits both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Ios is getting mad now at this point, and she is still in melee and chopping away, but then she forms this ball of air and pushes your father away for a second, and then takes her finger and does this towards Susie. And you see now as this this focused small circle of air just travels at the speed of sound down toward your mother, and you see it hit her leg, and her leg just goes and flies off as she is now on the ground screaming in pain and bleeding out rather profusely.
Oh no!
Keep
Yeah, that's where we'll get back to the top, Henrietta.
Oh, okay. Shit. Alright, so Lotus is getting beat down. All the other
Nope. I think she just bought
Lotus are getting beat down. Shit. I think, let's see. Didn't Daddy drop his original sword to pick up the other one?
Yep.
I'm gonna pick up Daddy's sword.
Daddy's sword.
It's just like a buster sword.
It's huge, right?
Right.
And I think I'm going to charge the Banshee over top of Lotus
Okay.
and attack her.
All right.
I don't know what this fucking sword does, but I guess we'll find out.
As you pick it up, you see that it is it's a rapier, is what it is. It's a very, very old rapier, or not rapier, what are they called? Estocks. Very thin blade, but flat enough,
Right.
but very, able to be used
Cats
like
is
a rapier. So you look at the blade, and it is very, very ancient, but also very good work. The blade itself has this golden sheen to it on either side of the actual blade. So there's something different about this sword as you pick it up. It is very light to use too, and feels good in your hand. You pick it up and feel a little quicker than you had been before. And you immediately go to run towards the creature, and instead you almost slide directly towards them as you go for this thrust, and you slide across the ground in its quick fashion, and you pierce the creature, and it shrieks whatever you're doing to it, it does not like it whatsoever, and you see where you had stabbed it start to blister, and it forces you off, which it will also kick ass too. So it will do just 3 points of harm with its claws as it is trying to just get you off.
Okay. Well, I mean,
physical harm. So
okay,
your armor will.
Can I choose to reduce that since I rolled a 13?
Oh, yep. Are you gonna choose to receive
Suffer less harm?
Yep,
yeah.
yep. That's fine.
So 2 harm then.
Yep.
Cool.
Does that ignore?
No, it doesn't ignore armor, so minus whatever.
Oh, so then
Zero.
nothing.
I have 3.
Yep.
Yeah, he has 2.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
has
you
2
have 2
armor.
armor.
I have 2 armor,
And it does
so
3 harm, and she reduced it down by 1 harm, so no
Yeah.
harm. As
Cool.
it does push you off, and gets off the blade, but like it does not like what you just did, and looks pretty pissed about it.
Bring it, bitch.
Gray, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna have to make my way over to the next target.
The next target is right near Henrietta, and is Lotus.
Oh, do you have the bullet? As I come up behind her.
And
Yes.
in this snake-like voice, she says, "No, I got it."
Oh, that's too bad. No matter, don't need it.
As you see Gray now stab Lotus, and the scales now melt away and reveal her humanoid face, and it just begins to rapidly age, and she basically crumbles into dust before you.
God damn it, Grace, stop killing our allies.
I wouldn't consider any of these people allies.
All right. You guys are still focused on your magic, or?
I'm assuming we have to keep playing in order to keep the effect going.
Mm-hmm.
What would we know if all 3 of us need to keep playing, or just me?
I would say that the reduction, if somebody left, the reduction wouldn't be as great since the magic is going. But if it were just down to you, then it would probably dissipate.
You're the only one that
Mm-hmm.
has the thing, so that
Right.
would be the most powerful. Just
But he just said it would dissipate.
If it was just
Just
down to
just
you.
me. So, I mean,
we need to get
in the
Frank in town.
oh, okay.
I think we helped get Henry out of her stupor, and that was good enough for right now. You guys go down.
yeah, that was mine. It's like I'd probably run over and see if I could pull her back,
Olivia?
like sure,
Get
like
the jar.
probably cauterize the like I'd probably eat up my hand and just sear it so she would stop bleeding out.
Yeah, basically at this point, you're absolutely sure that magic is not going to reattach to this leg.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna like.
But it might at least cauterize the stump.
Yeah, like I'd probably
Cauterizing the stump is probably going to be better
Yeah,
at this
that's
point
what I
than
said.
actually trying to heal through it.
Because she got him out. She gets legs.
Sure, I'm behind
Well, whatever, right? Or we could do some shit.
Yeah, sure.
But, like,
Big problem.
I need to like
why
stop
not?
her from bleeding out.
So yeah, you channel. Go ahead and use magic as we are channeling flame in the hand to try to like cauterize the wound. She is like, hold on a second, and she like whips the belt off of her pants and like puts it in her teeth and.
I thought she was gonna let it.
She's gonna smack you with it.
Yeah,
Get away.
Yeah. bite down. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, and she's like,
Dom would like warm up her hands, and you just see them like just get like that
White
orangey
hot.
red, yeah, or whatever. And then she's just gonna like grab the stump and like pump some heat into it. And then I assume I probably can't cure her at the same time, but like
no, like you can like channel a little bit of healing to the point where you know you're cauterizing, you're healing,
Yeah.
you're cutting off the wounds, but also not like you're trying to keep the blood from stopping.
bleeding out.
Yep, exactly. And she, as you do that, she just screams through her teeth and the belt,
They're
and
banshee gear.
you see as you like bloody hands is sticking to your fingers now, and you manage to like work your way around the stump of her leg, which is just like right above her knee where it would have been. Yeah, there's not much of this leg left. And
Those are Olympic skiing career.
and you see now as it's finally starting to cauterize, the blood is stopping, and she just like passes out onto the ground. What are you doing, Olivia?
I'm going to like try and keep playing and then give up because we're giving up. But I will take off the baby Bjorn on my back and hand it and try and like put it on you.
I put it on,
Okay.
and I go, I'll make that choice, and I run.
And I'll follow her.
I run over to where my dad got pushed away,
Okay.
and I imagine he's like getting himself back up to go and fuck.
No, he just got pushed away in the air.
Oh, gotcha.
Like he just got pushed away for a couple
Okay.
seconds so she could. And
I
your dad is pissed
Yeah,
now, as you can see.
I go up behind him and I'm like, hey,
He kind of looks down at you,
give me to her. Them.
and he starts to, like, fly down towards you.
Can I, like, do a strum of my guitar and, like, shoot a pillar underneath her to, like, try and get them
Meet
closer?
about halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, no.
Use magic.
Yeah, let's see how this works. That's 13.
13? Yeah, absolutely. You channeled that earth energy, and you make kind of a spring underneath as you throw her basically into the air and meet him halfway. He tosses the shield aside and, like, grabs your hand and, like, starts flying up towards Iolos.
Okay, I need her distracted because I gotta touch her with something.
And he, like, thinks for a second. You can see him kind of thinking. Maybe brains aren't his biggest asset right now, but you see him think for a second, and he throws you in the air above Iolos, and then, like, starts to, like, rush her.
I grab the jar out of my backpack and start trying to come down on top of her head with it.
All right.
This is gonna hurt when I hit the ground. This is gonna hurt when I hit the ground.
And that's where we'll take our first break.
This is Travis of Campaigns of the Plains. You may know me better as Chatsketsmusin of the D&D sessions, or Henrietta Kills 100 of our Monster of the Week game. Tune in every Friday for a new episode of our crazy adventures right here on the Campaigns of the Plains channel. Now, back to the game.
Do you like supporting artists? Do you like nerdy things like Dungeons and Dragons? Then Co-op Creations SD is the store for you. You can find adorable dragons, menacing mind flayers, and jealous jelly cubes to accompany you on your adventures. Need a way to safely transport your math rocks? Then their homemade dice bags will keep your click-clacks warm. Stop on by their Etsy page soon, as stock is limited.
Back. So, Danica, you have just been thrown into the air above Iolos with the vase, and your father is now flying towards them, sword drawn.
Am I flying through the air with the greatest?
No, it's actually very hard, as you are free falling.
Yeah, like Tom Petty. You do this to me all the time.
Isn't that what I've been doing to people?
I'm just using humor because I'm stressed.
So yeah, your father comes in and starts, like, going for strikes, and you are now coming down with the vase. What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try and slam it onto her head like a hat. Ghost!
Cat?
Oh, it's cat, not a ghost, it's fine.
Go ahead and roll me an act under pressure.
Yes, this is the most under pressure I've been in a while.
Are you cool?
No.
Oh, well, that sucks for you.
Nope. I'm just straight up averagely cool.
How am I cooler than you?
I think you took a bonus.
I did, but, like, it's crazy that I'm cooler than you.
I have -1 cool.
How are my sisters?
Oh,
Super
9.
lame.
9.
We're not cool.
So I'm gonna give you a
I'm not tough. I have nice one tough.
worse outcome.
Seriously?
Okay. I do have my leather strap
It's fine.
to keep.
You intend to come down right on top of Iolos' head. But they again push your father away, look up, and do this.
No,
with their
no.
arm.
Guard the base of my body.
You suffer 4 points
Ow! Oh my
of
god.
harm.
Does that ignore armor?
Huh?
Do we get my armor?
No, you get your armor.
Oh, good. That doesn't help a whole lot, but it's not dead.
You just have one?
Yeah, I have one arm.
As this blade, like, cuts directly up and down the length of your body, so it, like, starts at your left, the bottom of your left foot, and, like, travels up and eventually goes, like, right across your face as you are hugging the base. Olivia,
Still try to come down on top of her.
you look up, and your premonition is coming true. Clutch in her arms, you see as Danica is coming down on top of Iolos, and the vase just...
I protected this.
You come down and, like, touch Iolos, and they just smile at you as you begin to plummet to the earth.
No, I tried to grab her.
Them?
Not them. I tried to grab their foot.
Roll me an act under pressure.
God.
Okay, I know we're all getting really caught up on the she, them. I think it's fair to say that regardless of gender, they're a bitch.
They're
Called the bitch from now on. Okay.
Bitch.
Big. Wait.
I'll sign up on that.
Okay, what am I doing? I don't even know. I'm
Act
supposed
under pressure?
Okay, act under pressure.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Okay. No!
Oh no.
Oh,
5.
no.
5? That is a failure.
Okay.
What locks?
You gonna board under the lock?
No, I'm just gonna fall.
Can I try and protect someone and try and, like, catch her or something?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a protect someone.
Okay. That's my tough, right?
Yep.
So that's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be like, a lot.
I have a whole 1 for my fortune.
It's over 10. We'll just say that.
Are you advanced?
No, not yet.
Okay. So yeah,
I need some XP, man.
you get to choose an extra off of the protect someone.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to suffer little harm.
Which is good because you, for blink, you push yourself into the dream world just to get some more air to kind of try to meet Danica in the air, but like to a normal height as she's coming down like a rocket
Right.
to the ground here, and you pop back in and you catch her in your arms, but you both go like crashing down, but she
Right.
lands on top of you. You do suffer 3 points of harm reduced to 1, so your armor will soak the rest, so you should be good, I believe.
Yeah, just achy.
So yeah, Henrietta catches you, pops into existence near you, Danica, and catches you in midair, and saves you from a very terrible fall.
I just kind of roll off of her and sit up next to her, and I hold 2 halves of the broken thing in my hand, and I just like look at her, and I'm like, I tried, but it broke.
It's alright.
No, it's not. What are we gonna do?
It is.
That was abrupt.
It is the Banshee's turn. They are going to continue to pick on. One of them is going to continue to pick on the stone-skinned one, and basically has them beaten into the ground in front of you. Iolos looks down at the ground and sees you all, and says, looks at your father first, and says, "I've had enough of this." And you see them raise a hand above them, and this like ball of swirling energy forms.
You gonna hit my dad?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my hold 1 to retroactively warn someone about an attack event.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of the way! Daddy, no!
Yeah.
Daddy, no!
This giant ball of energy, this whipping winds, they throw it at your father, and your father has just a moment to dodge to the side before it actually makes contact with him, but it still ends up, like, catching him in some of the energy and, like, throwing him to the ground, but not with enough force, it seems, to deal any kind of major issues. But he kind of lands with a thud right next to you guys. So,
Is it back to talk about our initiative?
Henrietta.
Alright, I pushed Danica away.
Go away from bitch.
Right.
Alright, I think, I'm going to, I think I'm gonna dreamwalk and just like fly jump up into the air with the sword out, and as I'm about to make contact with Iolaus, I'm gonna like unphase, so I'm like right in her face as I'm stabbing her.
All right. So go ahead and roll me some kick-ass.
Okay. Ooh, that's really low for me. But
Got like
+3. Right?
well, okay, yeah, it's gonna be a 9. Yeah, it's a 9.
it's really low. 9.
You don't get a +1 for anything on top of that? Like,
Oh, I already added that in.
Yeah, so no extra, but you managed to pop in right next to them and deal your damage. So the longsword is 3 harm. So yeah, you managed to get in a good blow as they're not quite expecting you, but also very pissed that you've shown up in the middle of the air.
Mm-hmm.
They reach out and grab you by the throat and say, "Foolish mortal, who do you think gave you the gift of life?" They take their hand and place it to your chest, and you feel this sudden surge of energy as your lungs just deflate, and you're like gasping for air, and they just let you fly to the ground as you were just... as you hit the ground, you will suffer 3 points of damage. 3 points of harm.
And that is my armor.
Your armor's not going to help because
Okay.
this is just straight up falling.
That's fine.
That was yours.
Well, I mean, I've got a mission that I guess I have to fulfill here, so. It's the stone one next to me, you said?
You've got 2 of them next to you now.
Oh. Well, am I behind both of them, or?
Like, yeah, they're like right here and right here on the ground.
One of them's still dealing. Oh, wait. So it's the stone one and then Dad.
And Daddy. Yep.
Okay.
You're always still daddy last. Daddy,
Yeah, we're gonna go for Stony Bitch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some kick-ass.
Hey, that's pretty good. Oh wait, it's a 9.
9.
Oh, plus.
Yep. So yeah, no extras, but that doesn't matter because as soon as you jam this spear into one of the like magma like cracks between the stony skin, that magma just starts to drip off of this person, and she begins to wither and age and turn into dust with a shriek as well. And you see now, as you have Danica's father's attention.
Just gonna give him a little wave. Is this spear seem at all since I've been...
No, but the spear itself it's wicked. It's definitely been around probably really bad magic. Like, holding it just gives you the willies. Like, you don't want to hold it any longer than you need to.
Cool.
You guys, what are we doing? Dawn, you are now, finishing up with Susie. She seems like she is stable for the moment, but there's still quite a bit of other things happening on the battlefield.
Where are we in relation to, like...
You're just a few feet away from where Gray and Danica and Danica's father are.
They're on the ground or there?
They're on the ground.
Okay.
Yep. And you just saw like Gray like stab one of the Rose Shadows.
Where's Ice? They're up in the...
Iolaus is in the sky, and you saw as they had grabbed Henrietta and like just dropped them to the ground. You also see that there is one Banshee still near the 3 of them as well.
I guess my question is, what are they focused on? Iolaus and the Banshee, are they, like, I assume Iolaus is focused on Dad?
Iolaus is just looking down at, like, everybody.
Sees everything.
Yeah.
What about the Banshee?
The Banshee seems like it's picking its target between the 3 that are there, either Danica or Gray or Danica's father.
Is Crowley still?
You don't see Crowley right now.
Fuck it. Sorry, I just thought that might influence.
I assume Dom would look up and see that the Banshee's still screaming, but like probably maybe doesn't see her because she just ran out there.
Yeah, kind of picking again between the 3 targets that are in front of it. So,
And she would just throw up her hands and she would say,
Shut up, you bitch!
and she would throw like a fire at the Banshee.
all right, go ahead and roll me some magic.
Get away from her, just bitch.
It's not an AM. Ooh, that's beyond. That's a 6.
You still have your luck points.
Yeah, let's do the luck point.
Okay.
That just makes it a 12, right?
Yeah,
Right.
you still
Okay,
get the
I think I did-
experience.
Yeah.
So mark that down.
Okay, let's figure that out. But
That's your health, isn't it?
no, I'm pretty sure that's my luck.
Oh, yeah,
luck
sorry.
next to it one time.
Yes.
Still counts as failure, but the roll counts as 12.
5-7. I leveled up. So that counts as a 12. So then I can add an effect. I was to do the 2 harm, close, obvious, loud, which a 2 harm fire. So
2
it's
harm
gonna be
fire.
4.
Okay.
And then since it's above a 10, the fire doesn't spread anywhere.
Gotcha.
It doesn't rain down on people and just start everyone on fire. Good.
All right, so it's 2 harm. Is it any extras? Extra.
It says 2 harm, magical, close, obvious, loud, and then you can add 2 harm fire to the base.
Okay, so 4 harm in
4
general. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome. It shrieks as it some of its robes seem to kind of singe, and it now kind of turns its gaze towards you.
Right, yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and use my guitar to, like, as a conduit to try and basically do Earthbind,
Okay.
to Iolus.
So you're trying to trap them.
Yep. Yeah. Try and like surround them with earth, and like bring them down to us, so they aren't flying essentially.
Sure.
The bitch ain't flying.
Ooh, that's real bad. That's only an 8, so it's still a success, but it's imperfect. So I will take some damage.
Okay. So you suffer harm.
Yep, I'll take 1 hit.
All right. You see as these glowing golden runes appear in air, kind of floating above Iolus and like forming almost like a solid platform above them, and kind of pushes them to the ground. They put a hand up and touch it, but continue to float ever so slightly down to the ground. So they're on their way. They're not completely to the ground yet.
Sure.
They're on their way.
Yeah, that would be my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Danica.
Oh god, Danica's a little distraught about the thing being broken. She's gonna hand the pieces to Olivia and say, you got all the elemental powers inside of you. Maybe you can use them in this to like trap her. Use you like the jar. Eat her, suck her up like fucking Kool-Aid.
But maybe I can use like some ground to like make a paste
No,
or something.
don't use the ground. Don't fix the jar. Use yourself as the jar. Suck her into you. Suck them into you. Yeah, just like that. Try it, okay?
I'll try and suck, I guess.
Pulls out a straw.
Just,
Right.
You got all of this weird magic. You got the Nephilim stuff going on. Just like, eat it. Eat them. Eat them.
I guess I can try.
Do it. And then,
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so you hand off the pieces.
yeah. And then I look at Gray with his little stabby thing, and I give him eyes, and then from behind my dad, I give my dad eyes, like, you gonna shank him?
Are you doing anything else? I mean,
Is she like it
She's coming down.
at level,
they're coming down. Yep.
but not, they're not like at level yet?
No.
Okay. Well,
You do look and you see that they're coming down, but they don't seem to mind.
Well, good.
okay, I'm going to... I'm gonna heal
Okay.
For 1 whole damage.
for 1 whole minute.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am at,
You got hurt in it.
Ooh. You got 10?
13.
Are you advancing magic?
Yeah, I am. don't know what I get on this. Keeper will offer you some added benefit.
It seems to heal a little bit more than.
Do I get 2 heals?
You get 2 harm back.
Okay. Wait, there are things. There are things I can do too. Okay. Okay. So then I have used magic, so I can hold 1 every time I successfully use magic. I can take 1 forward, so I have +1 forward.
Okay. All right. So.
I back away towards.
Okay. Your father gets up off the ground now, and looks at Gray and is furious.
You fucked.
Gray, he takes the Danica sword and makes a slash at you for 4 harm. As you feel this ghostly chill kind of rack your body.
Is that true or armored?
You can reduce it by armor.
Okay.
Still physical.
We
And since you guys are near each other, you get to kick ass as well.
Yeah. Well,
if you'd like, of course.
Oh no, I'm stabbing him.
All right.
And as I'm driving it in, I'll let him know. I gave you 1 rule: don't turn on me. I think this organization is under new management.
All right. Roll me some kick ass. Let's see if it is.
Fucking hope so. 5, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll use a luck point.
Okay.
I don't use those.
So mark yourself for an experience. Do not forget, please. Yeah, you stab him. Like, he slashes you, but you kind of turn and manage to stab him right up under the rib cage. And Danica, as you're backing away from this whole situation, you see as the helmet kind of melts off and the muscle and exterior melts away, and you see your father's face one last time as he reaches out towards you.
She's definitely crying, but she's still like backing away, like, oh god.
You never thought that this would be the last time that you might see your father alive, but it is, as he now shrieks and shrivels and just turns into like a mummified skeleton and then eventually dusts away.
I'm gonna need therapy.
If anyone else saw that, they probably just noticed that I wasn't even like paying attention to him doing his fucking death thing. I'm staring
At who?
at Ilis.
Ilis? Yeah. So you see the Banshee's still in combat with you guys. So you see as the Banshee's gonna actually go and like grab you by the face and now like screams into your face, and you suffer 3 points of mental harm.
Ouch.
That actually does hurt.
That cannot be reduced. Iolus now is about to be ground level, has one hand up on the glyph, and it seems to be forcing them down to the ground. Looking at you, who would cast the magic, and as they get close enough to the ground, they smile at you and close their fist around the magic, and it shatters. And suddenly, they are right next to you.
Oh shit.
And they say, as they look over at Danica still hold, or no, you have the halves of the urn.
I do.
And they say, you won't be needing that. And grabs you by the throat and begins to fly away quickly towards the beam of light.
Oh no, wait, yeah, give that back!
Can I attempt to get up and protect someone?
You can certainly try, yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. It's above 12.
Okay.
I want to, like, as she's in Olivia's face, jump on her back with my arm around her neck and say, dodge this bitch, and fire a bullet right into her head.
So you're inflicting harm
You
on the
inflict
enemy?
harm on the enemy, yeah.
It's not,
That's part of the...
it's not a projectile if it just...
It's point
right.
blank.
Yeah, I'm pressing it right on her temple.
Okay. What's your harm with your hand cannon?
3.
3? Okay. Their head kind of goes to the side, and as they weren't expecting this, and you see this little trickle of blood come down their face, and they look a little bit surprised at you, but they also say, "You're not invited." And you feel this force begin to well up in between you and Iolos, and there's this ball of pressurized air, and it just boots you right off. And you suffer 3 points of harm, as you guys aren't very far off the ground at this point. You just go skidding across the...
Okay. Is that ignoring armor, or...?
Yes, it is, because it is magical.
Well, my blood's really pumping now as I am entered berserker mode.
Okay.
I did myself.
Get it.
But now you see, as Iolos has Olivia in their grasp and is flying towards the old church where this beam is now coming out.
I think Olivia landed next to Dawn, correct?
We were close to each
Yeah,
other.
I know it's not, would there be an attack of opportunity, kind of something I could do there,
Since they didn't threaten you in Monster of the Week, that you can't kick ass if somebody doesn't kick your ass, or vice versa. So, but in this round coming up, I mean, it's they're going away, you certainly can launch an attack. So it is, unless you would like to protect someone, you can.
How was that isn't that basically what she did?
Yeah. So you can protect somebody if you'd like. If you want to roll protect someone instead.
Yeah.
I got a good tough. Yeah, so I'll do that. So
Okay.
Tough?
Yeah, absolutely. You're near enough
I
to.
got a lot of luck points too, bro.
Yeah.
I also just roll. Well, that's a 6
What's your tough?
plus 2, so 8.
8. So at this point you'd protect them, okay, but you'll suffer some of or all of the harm that they may have.
Well, I would just should probably jump up and run after her and try to stab her with that sword.
Okay. That would be on a plus 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or you get to choose an extra. So
Oh.
you can definitely burn a luck to cause the harm. Otherwise,
So what's it? So what does it mean if you just you take the harm?
yeah, you take any harm that they would
they
do.
were going to be taking some harm. You can take it instead.
Mm-hmm.
You already took it.
I didn't take any harm.
Oh, then I wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't do that. I guess I was confused.
Which, I mean, I basically just...
Henrietta did that.
Henrietta took it instead. As Olivia, you do feel like the wind rushing from your lungs, but it stops for a second, and all of the attention is focused on Henrietta as she goes kind of skip-stoning across the ground. And again, she focuses back on trying to relieve you of the wind in your lungs. So, I mean, you certainly can use luck to attempt to do that, or at least at this point you could keep...
I guess I would probably be the appropriate if you're protecting your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you're using luck?
Another one, right?
Alright. Since that wasn't a failure, I don't believe you get an experience.
I don't need it.
So, so your harm with the blade, since it's a long blade, should be 2.
This is the electric blade.
But it is electric. So, as you go to pull that blade out, everybody around you can kind of hear there's this thunderclap as you pull the blade out from the sheath and launch this energy, this electric energy at Iolus. They catch part of that electric damage as well, and it courses through. The grip tightens. You don't get all of it. You get a little bit of tingling sensation. But that's an additional 2 electric damage that you would be doing as you channel your magic through it. So 4 damage in all. But you will also receive some harm for attempting to impede Iolus. So you will also... how much did I give you? 3, right?
You give me 3.
Yeah. You will also suffer 3 points of...
That's with armor.
No, it is magical damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, unless your armor reduces magically.
I don't know what it does. I just started playing this game, you guys.
It's enchanted.
It's enchanted armor.
Then it would.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Just 2
deduct. So you take 2 harm. as you are also kind of pushed from the area as well. Henrietta, back to the top of the round. What are you doing as Iolus is now in the air again and like flying towards the church?
And she has Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I jumped to my feet and just like, all right, you fucking bitch. It's time to paint with all the colors of the wind.
Silly raccoons.
Silly raccoons.
I want to like dreamwalk, and I want to like just shoot after her like blade first.
Okay. As you build that energy up and attempt to step in, something stops you, and you look down and you see your body is like your feet are stuck to the ground, and a couple of feet from you, you see a familiar figure. This southern gentleman dressed in a white suit with a cane in hand, tapping the ground with it, and he says, I think you're going to stay right where you ought to be.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right.
And you recognize the very familiar figure of Asmodeus, the figure that had experimented on Olivia.
All right.
And they have brought about 5 different demons in meat suits.
Okay.
Their eyes flashing black.
All
Do
right.
you see them?
Mm-hmm. They are standing between you and the church.
I am going to. So he anchored me to the ground.
Mm-hmm. You try to like force yourself into the dreamscape, but you can't seem to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some kick-ass.
Oh, god damn it.
Use a luck point.
Yeah, fuck it. I use a luck point.
What was your outcome?
Well, okay, let's see. It would have been 7.
7? Okay, so no extra experience, but
Yeah. But I want to hit him.
I mean, this definitely would. You just wouldn't get an extra.
Yeah, someone would actually hit, but
Well, I know. I don't know. You know,
I mean, you could save it.
yeah, I suppose I'll save it.
You could save it.
no harm.
I'll
though.
just shoot him.
If you
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Okay.
What's the harm on your
3.
cannon? 3? Okay. So, the bullet pierces like right above his heart, and he looks down and he's like, this is a new suit. And he again taps his cane, and a little bit of laceration kind of goes across your face. He's not intending to do much harm at this point, as you're anchored exactly where you need to be.
Right. Okay. I shot him. I don't know what else I'm doing this turn, so.
All right. Great.
How far away has Iolus gone?
Past the demons at this point, so they are blocking your footpath towards.
I can help you out with that.
I look mighty fucked up too.
Yeah, so do I. Join the club.
So actually,
That's what I would say. Right.
yeah.
Choke me, daddy.
Choke me, daddy.
That's what I would say.
Choke me, daddy. Feed me, daddy.
Choke me, Layla. That's what I would say.
Oh, yeah.
I'll kind of like. I don't know how far away you are, but
I'm a little ways away from you because I backed up a little bit as I watched you murder my father.
Mhm.
that's fair. That was probably awkward.
Decently close though, within a few feet.
I asked
she
you to
just
help
kinda-
me do it earlier, so like she knew it was coming, but like it's still her father.
So yeah, I mean, I guess you probably noticed that I was just staring at Iolus while your dad was just kind of like dying and falling off of my spear thing.
I don't take any offense
So
to
I'll,
it, man. I asked you to do it.
I'll look to you. I think I'm gonna need some of
So what?
some of that
Some
speed.
fuck?
Again,
He wants
not right now.
some.
Maybe later, but
Right? You could be her dad.
who do you want?
Maybe just kill her dad,
Right?
I don't know if you
I think I'm
find
gonna
someone
need
that's killed one of your
something
parents.
Probably
to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me
Are
too.
you using your turn then to?
I'm gonna go up there
Some
and
fun.
pick up Excalibur.
Okay.
And is the shield too heavy for me?
Yes. You pick up.
Okay.
You try to like pick up the edge of the shield as it is like in the ground, and you're like, "Good God, this thing probably
Right.
weighs like 200 pounds."
Can you give me a feedback, right?
Right.
Cool. I cast magic into Excalibur back. I cast magic on Gray to super speed him by jumping onto him for a piggyback ride.
Cool. While she's doing that, I'm removing my tie and like tying the spear to my hand.
Okay.
There's no.
It's like,
Use magic.
yeah, yep,
To the legs.
yep.
I also go back and on. Help Henry!
It's the banshees.
Yeah.
11. 12, because I have a +1 forward. So that means I get my advance.
So.
Super duper speed.
God, can you heal me?
Can I heal him in addition?
No, but I will say that carrying an extra human being a little boosts strength as well, and
Oh.
carrying the extra human being
No, that
isn't
works.
going to slow you down
I'll,
as much as
I'll
it
also
should.
grab, like, down, because I see you tie the spear to your arm. I will, like, grab with my hand to keep it steady, too.
Are we jousting?
Yes, yes.
You would
Yeah, let's
just
go!
Giddy up, Mr. Gray!
Crazy ostrich.
Yeah.
What is going on in this episode?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
So I'm using.
Super duper
I'm
speed.
going to use my turn to charge down
down
in
the
an attempt
demons.
to stab Iola's.
Okay. Well, she's flying in the air, so
How high up?
enough where you aren't going to jump up here.
As I start running, anyone able to give a boost upward? Just kind of yelling out.
You
Anyone?
already used your magic this round.
If you give me the spear and throw me at her, I guess. I've already been thrown at her once.
Toss it, Danica.
I can't give the spear to anyone else.
Oh, it's just for you?
Well,
It's attached to his arm, right?
well, I have just attached it, but also
It's got the meat mode.
Oh, yeah. It's cursed, you're
it's
cursed.
extra wee strapped.
It's cursed, you're cursed, I get it.
Oh, man.
Well, you just stay caught up with her, and I'll work on getting the magic going to launch you into the air. No, I can't do that.
You start like running towards the demons just in an attempt to maybe bowl them over. And Henry, you notice that something's missing from your belt, and you look down, and your Kurdish knife is missing. Gray, as you're running at the demons, you see the form of Crowley appear behind the demons, and he quickly stabs the underlings, and they just and they drop to the ground. And he tries to stab Asmodeus, but Asmodeus meets him with his cane. And at this point, Henrietta, the attention is off of the spell he's using to bind you. So your free movement as you kind of move forward now. Like as you're getting closer to Asmodeus and Crowley, he's like, "Done what I could. I'm out of here," and he just like smokes out of his suit.
Cool. He's cool? He's cool.
Yeah, I feel like he'll be important for things later on.
As before he does that, he does like toss the knife to you, Danica.
I catch it. Unlike me in real life, maybe Danica catch it.
No, I was gonna say no.
Are you doing anything, Don, with the rest of this turn?
Oh, we're still going.
Yeah.
I would probably run over to Henrietta and see what's going on with her. She just like got body slammed, right?
No, she like got stuck in place as this this demon like, and now that its attention is off and it's watching as this other demon is now like smoking out, and he's like, "You don't get to leave," and he does this and like holds Crowley in air, and you could see the black mist like contorting in on itself.
Shit. Is it my turn?
No, I'm asking if you're good.
Oh.
Are you good?
It's Dawn's turn.
Oh. Henrietta is clearly not good, and she's not paying attention to you. She is just has this bloodlust in her eyes.
So Dawn would probably
Probably
shoot out
bleeding
another
from her
fireball
eyes.
at Iola's.
Okay.
Trying to like slow her down.
Gotcha.
And,
Go ahead and use magic then.
Is that 4?
It'd be a 7.
A 7.
I rolled a 4.
Technically it succeeds.
It succeeds with an imperfection.
Perfect. I'd probably draw it.
Okay. So, you're using your full fireball for 4 more harm, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. It's an air, so it kind of rains down onto the ground, but it doesn't really do anything. There's not really anything to catch fire to. Yeah.
I'm far away.
Oh, you're like, what? Shot.
Oh, it's okay.
So I shot her in the back, so I'm sure she's carrying you.
Like,
they're
in
carrying you
front. Yeah.
So they
Took the brunt of the explosion as the
shooting.
flames still kind of lick at you a little bit, so.
I was told.
It's called the PA. But yeah, she like looks down at you again and is like insect, and like with the free hand that they have, they like flick in your general direction, and send you 3 more harm.
2. I thought it was the economy page. Is that?
Nope.
That's his okay and dying?
Yeah, that's a different day. That's
Oh.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry. It's where I got moving. Oh, it doesn't. It's upside down. You said 2?
Yep. So the unwanted attention is the banshee that's still on the ground, and they start flying towards you. They're not close enough to be able to reach you, but they are flying towards you with intent. You are near Henrietta as well. So they're going to fly in your general direction. Iola's now, with you in their grasp, lands in the church, and they place you on a pillar, and you see the familiar pentagram with the different elements at each point, and it has been cracked, like, very hard. Seems like they've been working it for some time, trying to break the seal. But they set you down and, like, place this force of wind on top of you so you can't move. And they say, you're going to witness me destroying this seal.
Can I speak, or is the air still missing from
It's
my...
heavy on your chest, but, like, you can still speak.
I will, like, try and scream out over the wind, over my dead body, and I'm going to try and use magic to... I don't have the vase anymore, right?
You do have the vase still in your hand. Yeah.
I'm going to try and, like, press the vase together and try and, like, use my, some magic inside of me to, like, force, like, a beam out through it or something, to try and, like, hit her with a cannon out of my chest or something through this vase.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
The power of love.
Yes.
My
So I want to try and use magic through the vase.
Okay.
To try and capture her.
So yeah, go ahead and roll me some use magic.
You roll better than me completely.
I mean, I'll use like 0.5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still 10. So yeah, it's a success.
Okay. So what would you like here?
I want to try. I obviously can't trap her because that didn't work before.
You try to trap her in the broken vase.
Can I try and like suck her into the vase? Like, I can't move, so it would just like I would have to pull her towards me, which isn't a thing I can do.
Yeah, that is definitely something that you can attempt to do. So, as you focus your energy through the brass vase, all of the energies that you have absorbed up to this point begin to well up in you at one time, and it is almost overwhelming to you, but you continue to force through it, and you channel your energy through the vase, and Iolus looks very concerned at this point, as you actually, like, start to see as they are, like, pulling away from the vase, but the vase is starting to, like, siphon the wind and her form, or their form, into the vase and into you, even though the vase is broken, and you walk forward as they try to, like, back away from you. You try to walk forward, and the energy just continues to get pulled in, and they're fighting it really hard. Gray and Danica, you arrive at the broken down door and see as Olivia now has the vase in her hands and is, like, walking towards Ilos and sucking them into the vase itself.
Okay, I'm gonna try to help her. Can I, like, go, because I've got the wind mark, so...
You're,
Piggybacking, right?
Yeah,
piggybacking
so,
home, Gray, so
like,
are you getting off of Gray?
Yeah, as
and...
soon as he gets in there, I just, like, roll off of him when I'm holding the dagger, and I'm like, oh god, I am nauseous. Together, girl. And then I go walk over to you, and I've got the wind mark, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe I can help. Maybe. So I'll, like, grab the other part of the base, and I'll try to channel in magic to try and, like, mend the cracks.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some use magic.
Okay. It's iron, right?
Mhm.
It's iron base?
It's a brass.
base?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, almost like I'm trying to, like, melt it back together. But I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm using mending. 10.
10? Yep. So, yeah. You start to try to focus on, like, mending the vase, and your mark begins to glow, but there's not really any mending of the vase going on. You can feel, though, as your energy, your magical energy is being siphoned off, and as you place your hands on the vase, and it's being siphoned off, and probably fed to Olivia at this point,
Okay.
just to, as you see her kind of falter as she is channeling all of these energies at this point, and having a hard time just keeping herself conscious. So with this renewed energy, you start, like, stepping ever so slightly towards Iolus, who's trying to, like, push wind out to keep you guys at bay. But the wind just dies down, and there's not much that they can do. Dawn and Henrietta, you see as Odious is now focused solely on this demon and has lost complete attention to either of you. And you see the light like flickering and growing, and kind of there is something definitely happening in the church.
Okay. I would like to attempt to dreamwalk.
Okay.
And I'm going to approach Asmodeus with the cane. And I want to try and hook him and yank him out of his meat suit.
Okay. You know that Asmodeus is something super powerful.
Okay.
I'll let you know beforehand. He is not that rank and file demon, and even though your powers have grown, like, as you step into the dream world, you get a look at the real Asmodeus, and he is ugly and powerful, and, like, just seeing his true face in this dream world gives you shivers, and you're like, honestly, you're a tough individual, you're full of rage, but you look at this individual and you're like, I don't have time for this, as you can now see into the dream world, see beyond. You see as Olivia is now fighting for, like, all she can do to try to force Iolus into this jar.
Okay.
Just information I'm giving you.
Yep.
Asmodeus is old.
I'm going to zip over to the church then.
Okay.
And,
Are you taking Dawn with you?
well, I mean, okay. I guess, I don't know if I'll pop back out of...
Oh, wait, no. You can only take their
essence.
Yeah, so that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Dog is
Take
still
your
out.
sword.
Soul girl.
soul.
So you pop out and you begin to
pop out.
fly towards the.
Yeah, I'll grab Dawn's arm and be like, "Come on!" Let the demons fight it out amongst themselves.
So Henry is grabbing your arm and being like, "Hey, let's get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she pops, and in the general direction, you gather that she's probably dreamwalking in that general direction.
So I'm heading for the church.
Are you heading for the church as well?
I guess probably there's maybe some shelter there possibly, but that banshee's still coming at me.
Mm-hmm. Still following you, so it's still a ways away, and you probably have this idea that, like, if you were to use your magic to go fast, you could probably outrun it.
Sanic,
yes. Dom will probably just book it. She probably...
Actually, no. The Banshee is beginning to be pulled towards the church, and it seems against its will.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, is that what you're at?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's being sucked towards the master.
Then I would probably just fire off at it while it's, like, being pulled away, and I'll just...
As you're booking towards the church?
Yeah, I'll, like, as it's being sucked to the church, I'll run to the church at normal pace, and just boop, boop.
Alright.
And try to get rid of it, because it's pissed me off. That's a 10.
Yeah. So it's 4 so it's almost like prying up the hands of a kid holding on to the last rung of a step, and as it's trying to fight whatever energy is pulling it towards it, you catch it in the face with a fireball, and it just like completely gives up and goes flying faster towards the church as it screams out in fiery conflagration. So you arrive at the church last, but you see as Danica and Dawn are in the church. Gray, are you doing anything?
And Olivia.
You're all in the church.
So,
Yeah.
So religious.
does it?
Y'all into the occult?
That's what I say.
Yes.
Does it seem like what Olivia and Danica are? Does it seem like they are like actually affecting Iolos?
Yeah, yep. It's taking longer than the others had, but Iolus is definitely power level.
At a point where they're starting to struggle.
They're not struggling. Iolus was... It's taking longer, but Iolus was also at a power level that was far beyond their brethren when it came to power level of the elements.
Well, even though I know that this is probably going to end very poorly for me, walking right up front to them and spear through their chest.
Okay.
While stabbing, trying to push towards...
Oh, you're going towards, like, their back. They're trying to, like, back away from the urn.
Oh, yes. Then I'll
and so
stab
you're
them in
going
the
to the back and, like,
end so I can
pushing
try
them
and
forward.
push them towards the base.
Okay.
Ray, how many people have you stabbed in the back tonight?
Ooh, a lot.
Ooh.
Are you counting the 5 of us?
Oh, that would include him.
Talking about Susie.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you
She's
killed
here
her.
too!
Yeah, you
Just
killed
because
her.
she only has one leg doesn't mean she's not a full person.
My sister would agree with
I know,
you.
right? I'm pretty confident about that.
So, you are all in, and you see as Gray pushes Iolus towards the urn as they are trying to back away. And for a brief moment, they look around at all of you and smile. Fools, you should at least learn what the last seal was. And they allow themselves to be pulled into the urn as the energy is pulled into Olivia, and Olivia begins to, like, glow with power in the middle of the pentagram, and you see as the seal begins to, like, crack underneath Olivia, and Olivia's power just begins to boom and push you guys, like, it pushes you away, like the all of the energy, not just the energy from the wind, but also from the earth. The earth buckles underneath you, and it's hot near where they are.
You need to get out of the center. You need to get out of this church.
Olivia is non-responsive at this point, as she's glowing in energy, and there's just this very odd scream coming from her mouth as there's both masculine and feminine and just non-gender, everything. Just all of the voices melded into one, and it is both cold and hot to be standing anywhere near where the pentagram is, and the pentagram is breaking underneath, and you see as the light starts to like expand outwards.
This is not good.
It's all good. We just started it. Tighten up. No big.
Well, we need to get out of this church. We do, because Olivia's gonna blow us all up. I think Olivia is not gonna let us get her out.
I'll try Dreamwalk one more time.
Okay. As you dreamwalk and start to walk towards Olivia, you can even feel the energy ripples in here, and it almost pushes your dream states out of your physical state a few times, but you fight to bring it back in, and you now in the dream state can see below, as this is the first time that you've dreamed walk above where one of the pentagrams are, and you see these giant figures clawing, trying to get out. You see it, and a fear strikes you. You're like, these guys can't be allowed to be let loose. They are malevolent, angry, powerful, ancient. They can't be allowed to be released on the world.
I'm gonna force myself towards Olivia.
Well, let's have you act under pressure.
Oh, cool. That is going to be a total of 8. No, wait, 9.
9?
Not that it matters.
No. +1 for anything?
I added the +1.
That was...
So, you begin to try to reach Olivia, and you're pushed back, buffeted by this energy, and always kept at a certain distance, and you can see Olivia in the middle of all of this energy, and you just can't seem to reach her. What do you think? And an idea pops to your head. You can reach her. You're going to have to use every small bit of dreamwalking energy that you may have. You're not sure what may happen if you use all of that energy. You're not sure how it will affect you.
Yeah. I'm pushing forward.
Okay. So those of you in the physical world can now see Henrietta moving towards Olivia in like this ghostly appearance. She is now shedding off this kind of purplish energy, and you see her step into this light cocoon that is formed around Olivia, and grab Olivia's hand. My hand! As she does, symbol on your hand begins to glow. And as you reach towards Olivia and grab her hand, the symbol on her hand begins to glow ever so slightly. And the energy begins to buff it down just a little bit.
Y'all, do we still have our symbols on our hands?
Certainly do.
I run to my corner of the pentagram with my symbol, and I slam my hand down.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and say, Olivia, you gotta give me that power. You can't keep it all.
I can't talk. I'm assuming
You are moving in like this slow motion, like mud of like experiencing all of this power, just racking your body with pain. Everything's moving in slow motion, and you are like getting that after image, and you look down and you see Henrietta has your hand, and she's saying something, and it kind of comes to you after a second. She says, "Give me that power."
Instead of responding to you, I'm going to reach my hand out towards you. Like, seeing that my sigil is glowing and your sigil is glowing now that we're touching. I'm going to reach my hand out to you.
We're gonna Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes! Yep.
Okay. I'm like, this is a bad idea, Olivia.
And I will try and grab your hand. I'm assuming I'm super fast compared to her. So
No, you're even moving kind of like it hurts to move, so you're like reaching out and you grab onto Olivia's hand.
Sure.
And your sigil begins to glow, and some of this energy from Olivia, now that there are two connections on either side of her, begin to, like, the energy starts to spread to the two of you, and you are racked with pain and fatigue.
Dawn,
give me your hand. Give me the ring.
Dawn,
It's you!
Dawn, everybody's doing it.
It's
Little Coke, right? Dawn run up and like, are you floaty or?
I think so.
So I feel like, yeah, just
Put your hands
throw
out.
your hands on, you know.
Oh, okay. Instead of grabbing the other chick's hand, he's gonna touch me.
Well, do we all have to touch you? That's what I.
I
That's what
thought
I
it
was
was like
thinking.
a chain.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
I would touch you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
You're
Okay,
are
well,
you touching her?
Yeah, with one hand.
Yeah, I have my hand down.
And then are you touching?
And
No, Henrietta's touching the other side.
touch you guys. Let me touch her.
Okay, we're gonna touch her.
And then look at me, come on, dirty old man. So the person can touch the girl. Get over here.
I don't think that's interesting.
the rest of you now can see below as the cracks in the seal begin to wear away, and you see now in the physical world these massive shadows of just multi-eyed and ominous beings down below you. You can feel their rage and their malice as they like punch against and claw against the sigil that's below you.
Greg?
Yeah, no, I try to shuffle back up and over to them. I'm just gonna grab the first open hand I see, and I'm assuming
Be Henrietta's.
Okay, so Henrietta's, and I will then, not sure what you're doing, grab your hand, and then tell you to grab hers.
Am I wrong?
Is your sigil glowing?
I don't know. You never said.
When you touch her, nothing
You know, I would
happens.
have
So.
touched something like a
Crash.
I wasn't told that.
Everybody, let's go hold hands in a circle.
Right. I feel like
Let's
that.
sing Kumbaya.
I feel like that's what we're trying to do. I don't know.
So, each of you at your points on the pentagram,
we're seeing.
and channeling the energy from Olivia. Olivia, you now in tune with this last pentagram. Now begin to see visions of the lines that spread from here to every other seal that's across the continent, and you see the cracks and the almost non-existent energy ley lines between them. And as this energy is basically tearing apart your friends, as you see them like in agony and like pain, you instead force the energy down and force the beings down. And as the energy goes down into the pentagram, it starts to heal this one and then spreads in a multitude of different areas and begins to seal the Titans back to sleep. But just as everything seems to be coming together, there is a small light that escapes from beneath you, and then it seals underneath.
That was probably just Trigger's light, right? That was not anything bad. That just accidentally. It was a firefly. Nighttime. I guess. Dragonfly, maybe?
You hear something moving in the back of the church, and you now see as this man steps out of the shadow, and he is definitely built like a Herculean figure. Short hair, eyes glowing a bright silvery blue, and they are completely naked. And they step out and say, Thank you for releasing me. Kronos is mine.
Since you're so appreciative, does that mean we can go?
Go if you must. I shall do so either way. You see as he takes his hand and starts to, like... You see as, like, the space in the area around the area where he's moving his hand seems to bunch up in his hand, and you hear this ripping sound as he pulls it away, and you see this bluish, silverish portal open up. Not even a portal, more like a tear, open up behind him, and he steps through, leaving the tear open, slowly closing.
Am I conscious? Or am I still?
You're all conscious, hurting,
Um,
but conscious.
Oh god, we're gonna have to jump to that.
I don't know who Cronus is. I don't know what we let loose, but it's probably not good.
Should we follow him?
Probably.
You hear the fluttering of wings as the very familiar figure of Raziel appears and says, I mean, it's kind of up to you, isn't it? You do know where that leads, right? I mean, you've saved mankind for now. Let somebody else deal with it, right?
Where does that lead?
Somewhere that would take you, and he looks down at his watch, about 5 years to get to.
Oh, the 90s.
Yeah.
I was like,
And he looks again, and he's like, no, that's 7 years. Sorry, my bad.
The early 90s.
We can't just. We have to stop that.
Whatever he is.
are you saying we
Yeah. We haven't got.
What about Mama?
She'll live. It's literally close and we gotta go.
Can you tell Mama?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just here to watch.
You at least give her a letter.
No.
Q is the letter. He gives you the letter. Just a giant letter Q. Did your daughter want you to have this?
Let's give her an eye so she gives us a leg.
Or an L. Or a
20
T.
foot. No.
Yeah, an L. Yeah. Like a cartoon.
Alright, let's jump through the hole.
Yeah!
Looks around and says, you certainly don't have to. I mean, if you go into that tear, you're not coming back.
I mean, it's not really that different. It's,
It's only 7 years in the future.
yeah.
That's a lot of years.
It's fucking the same.
What about you? What do you think?
Gray's like kind of out of it at this point.
You okay? You want to go 7 years in the future? I would like you to nod your head for yes.
Raziel produces an apple from nowhere and takes a bite from it, and he says, just remember, it's a one-way trip.
I'm gonna grab Don's hand and like start walking towards the portal. And reach my hand back towards Danica and Henrietta.
Henrietta collapses.
Oh, yeah. I'll grab her body, I guess.
Just like, Greg got that.
I grab Gray's hand and I'm like, come on, let's get out of here.
Gonna have to practically drag him.
Yeah, she helps you.
I'm
making this decision.
I'm taking my legs and
Like, she's on the ground, and Gray's probably halfway, like, leaning.
Hurting unit, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm, like, extra fucked.
Okay. So, Are you all making a decision
conscious Gray
to
through the
go
portal?
through this portal, or...
I can't, in good conscience, leave that thing in the world to fuck with it. We let him out.
Right. We made this mess, we gotta clean it up.
Yeah.
And I want an ice knife.
Hopefully Mama survives the
You
next
try to
7
do
years.
that, there's nothing
Damn
left.
You can't let somebody know.
Yeah, you know.
Well, let's just get this.
Yeah. We have another.
What, the slow way?
It's not really that slow.
Oh yeah, we can just turn the power off in the compound.
That would let us close off loose ends you might have
That's actually not a
for
bad
the next
idea.
7 years.
Not a bad idea. We don't know where he's going into the future, but we can find him. What do you think, Razzie? I think that would work?
Some of you have family.
I don't think you're gonna know where he is if you don't follow him now.
Yeah, I feel like we need to follow him now.
Well, my loose end is laying unconscious outside.
She'll be fine.
Maybe you'll get her.
Yeah. Maybe.
Imagine how much Evers and Daquan?
Donzo.
Donzo? Just Donzo. Like Gonzo. How much they're going to be better in.
Right. Better as in he's playing better?
Hopefully.
Or like...
Not drunk.
What about... I look at Gray. What about Kelly?
I
said he wasn't going to deliver messages.
I would like to attempt a manipulate someone to ask him to just deliver this and then go about whatever else. Just drop it off.
Portal is closing.
Mom will take care of her. Let's go.
We're going, but I need you
I
to
just
speak
grab
to
Gray by
somebody.
the hand.
Donald's I've already walked.
Yeah. Listen,
With him, right?
No, no, you're
I already told Vinny to take care of
I'll
her.
do it. I'll drag her. I will drag her. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool, please.
I'm assuming you're unconscious. You
He
can't.
threw her through the portal. She's
Yeah.
already been there.
Sorry.
No. I'll wait until we get to a point that's not his.
That is 13.
13. Are you advanced?
Yes.
Okay. Not only do they do what you want right now, they also become your ally for the rest of the mystery, which isn't very long. He's like, fine. He takes the slip of paper from you.
It says who to give it to. I'm just telling him.
I'm gonna give it to the stump that's out there. I'm sure she'll make it back.
Oh.
That's
Actually,
Mama.
that
It'd be
You're
works.
already
nice.
through the portal.
No, I'm waiting for him.
Oh, okay.
That works too.
Yeah.
And then you probably just finish dragging me.
Yeah.
Henrietta.
Henrietta,
I think you're unconscious.
if I may, keep her.
Mm-hmm.
Henrietta browses just a little bit, and she says, "Zibby, you there?"
Yeah, I got you. As I'm dragging you.
Yeah. I think as you're dragging me, my coat lifts a little bit, and you just see like hamburger down there. Hey, just stop for a minute.
What?
I
I can fix
just-
you.
just want to tell you that I love you.
Oh.
Like, these are mortal wounds. I'm too past death.
Like,
That's death.
That's
Past
definitely
death.
it.
My berserk ended. I take all my hurt at once. I am
Henrietta
dying.
is dying.
Oh, fuck. Darn
I-
the portal.
I asked her if she was good. She ignored me. I went to the portal.
right?
I would have
The ones
She was-
left
she was
behind that are these two
unconscious?
then.
Also, like, I don't know if you can heal magic with heal dead.
You can't.
Yeah.
But she would have done it. But you didn't.
You gotta take care of yourself. Don't put yourself in that situation again. You go be safe.
I mean, saving the world's never going to be safe, but I'll do my best.
It doesn't have to fall on you.
No, you.
There's always some stupid son of a bitch out there.
I'll call Bobby. He'll do it.
Bobby will do it. I love you. And I
That's the exact sound she makes. Henrietta slips from this world into the next. Raziel puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Don't worry. She's got a spot upstairs."
She was going to be cool when she was young.
She let us do a makeup.
Good character.
I'm not the one in charge of that, but yeah, sure.
God damn it. Keep an eye on her.
Yeah, maybe.
God damn it, Raziel. Just give me this one thing.
I promise. I'll check in on her and make sure she's all right.
Are you gonna take and I gesture to my head, the thing off? I wanna, like, the angel radio thing. Are you gonna...
You can use that anytime you want. Just know that you're being listened to. You need to go.
And I
As
will...
you see, the terror is like.
Closing.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, I'll see you in 7 years. I'm sure you'll still be alive.
Angel, of course.
No, Walter.
So, as the four of you step through, you see as Olivia comes through last with no Henrietta.
Can I grab her off of her body?
I was trying not to be sensitive, but I was gonna be like, grab my dad's sword.
Well, you have her dagger.
Yeah.
I had that sword.
I have her dagger. She has my dad's sword. I have my sword.
I can't carry your dad's sword.
It's light. Just drag
It's very
it
light.
behind you.
No, it's huge, isn't it?
But it's very
No,
light.
It's very light.
Yeah.
It's like a long
Are we in the same place, just at a different time?
No.
I would have
Looted the body.
Yes, I would have looted the body, I guess.
She's got a gun. She's got a sword.
I think you would have taken her things for memento.
Yeah, right.
And that's your mom.
God.
Right,
We'll say that you probably left the staff with her.
right, yes.
But we'll say that you took the hand cannon and the sword.
Not the boots.
No, I don't think
No.
no.
Please not the boots.
Oh, her sleigh boots.
As you all step through the
For the
tear,
love of Chuck, leave the boots.
as you all step through the tear, you find yourself in some kind of club or music hall or something, and you hear music that's almost foreign to your ears, as Achy Breaky Heart is playing over.
We're in a yeehaw club?
Mm-hmm.
You look around and you wouldn't think so. You're not in a country club or anything. You seem to be in some kind of pop club culture, but you're not in the rock halls that you're used to, Danica. And you guys see, everybody's dancing. Nobody's really paying attention to you. It's dark in here. The music is loud and probably obnoxious. But you see as Olivia comes through the portal last with no Henrietta.
And I am bawling, I'm
Where's
sure.
Henry?
She didn't make it.
She didn't want to come with?
No, she's gone. I there's no way I was gonna be able to heal her wounds.
I just walk up to you and give you a hug.
And I'm bawling.
Let's figure
As I have your dad's sword in hand in my hand.
You should hide all of those things from the public.
It's the 90s, there's no
Let's get the hell out of this.
What does that sound?
Country.
Banshees were better.
Somebody bumps into you, and it's this guy, and he's in like a windbreaker and has fanny pack and backwards ball cap.
Hey, watch where you're going, man.
Watch where you're going.
Watch
Where are you
you're
from? The Renaissance?
Radical.
Hasn't anybody told you that rock is dead?
I just punch him.
Most of the cast,
Right?
Go ahead, roll me a kick ass. Why not?
Do it.
They get sent to jail before it's time to work
Did they
in
start calling it decking yet?
Got it. It's
Pretty
a
good.
9.
9? Yeah,
You kill him.
You lay this guy out on his ass. So yeah, you lay him flat, and he's like, "What the hell?" And you see as the bouncers are starting to make their way through the crowd now towards you guys.
He grabbed my tit and
Oh man. So, you guys make for the nearest exit so as not to be caught in any compromising position with maybe the weapons that you have on you.
What are you talking about? I just have a guitar case.
Whoever's the last out the door, you see a calendar hanging nearby, and it says May 2nd, 1992.
I was born.
Were you?
I was born too.
Just barely.
Just barely, yeah. Right.
You're 3 days old.
I am.
We're setting time to kill young man.
Oh no.
It's baby
Are you
Hitler.
the BBEG?
Yeah, the baby is.
The big baby
Yeah.
little guy?
So that is where we will end your guys' adventure for this season. Except for we will cut to an image of you, Henrietta, back on the reservation, and you are sitting near one of your favorite fishing ponds from back on the reservation, and you hear, it's a beautiful day. Sun's out, everything's fine, the wind is warm, the fish have been biting, and you hear a very impatient but familiar voice as Jeremy comes from around a tree, and he says, "Aren't you bored of fishing yet?"
Kiddo, never in your life.
At least teach me how.
Alright, so what he's gonna do is he's gonna take the worm. Yeah, shove it in there on the hook.
Shove it right on in there.
And the camera pans out as Henry is now in heaven with her son.
Sad days.
Right. She completed what she wanted to. She killed
Yeah.
the Wendigo, and she saved me.
And we saved the world. Kind of.
So would you like to go over your
Oh,
finals?
Oh, yeah.
Henry, if you would like to level up one more time with the group, you certainly can.
Why not?
Okay, so.
See how much ass you can kick in heaven?
We concluded.
You never
No. Concluded the current mystery.
Yep.
Yes.
We saved. Well,
The
we saved the world.
It
so,
was named Susie?
and, yeah. We learned something new.
Yeah, I think we
That
did.
Kronos is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
New and important about one of the hunters.
Well.
That Henrietta's dead.
Henrietta's dead. That's new and super important.
Okay.
All
So
right.
We get two level.
experience.
Oh, I level up again.
I do level up
Sweet.
from that.
Look at you.
I am going
also level up. I
to.
didn't pay attention to.
So what is the last thing that Henrietta is going to choose on her level up?
Are you going to choose to retire the hunter?
I mean,
Not that you have a choice.
Right.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of retired already,
We
but
retired to safety.
Ah,
Yeah.
the safety of heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's safety.
I don't know.
You're gonna like what I've taken
Oh yeah.
as my advance.
Is it you
Become the leader or effective leader.
Ah.
7 years in the future, I don't know what's going on.
You do not.
You
I,
probably have a sex by now.
I probably have a sex
I-
by now.
That's right. So you
I'm going to take a move from another playbook.
Okay.
I will take it from the Divine and
thought about-
take the move Angel Wings.
All right.
That's makes sense.
I definitely thought about like changing over from the initiate to something else.
Oh, like what? What would
I
you-
don't know yet. I don't know, but I think that I took a move from the expert.
Oh, okay.
Too.
What's the difference? Is expert just a bookworm?
I took the precise strike, so I can do 20 things.
All right. So guys, I hope you enjoyed season 1 of Monster of the Week, and thanks for tuning in. And we will see you on D&D.
Thanks for tuning in to Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Now, on with the show.